The thing about Khan is the fact that he's a terror apologist, which proves my point as to why I'll never vote a single Muslim into power. I will never vote for one into power as long as I live, because they're obviously looking out for each other. If obesity, Khan acting, the fact he's more concerned about
There's
Islamophobia than terrorism.
It's the myth of the modern Muslim, in fact.
There's a bit of a weird dynamic in the kind of Muslim thing, because I know a couple. One of my good friends is a Muslim, and she says like, so you can see like a distinct split, and it's like, so you get like the Muslims, which are basically atheists, and then like the devout, and there's not really an in between as far as I can tell. From what I've heard.
It's a bunch of relativists who want to redefine what Muslim means instead of subscribing to the actual objective definition.
I'm going to jump in again because I don't talk enough. But I'm going to stand up slightly for Muslims, slightly, because I've met a few of them that are actually quite decent, but there's one of them in particular that does stand out. His name's Ali bin Kahil. And I met him when I was living in Bradford, which, if anybody's British, knows that that's one of the most horrendous spots in the whole world. And he was a Libyan, and this wasn't massively long after fucking the Lockerbie bombing. So when you hear the word Libyan, you go, oh my God, he's going to blow up the building. And I was working in a police station at the time. But anyway, we got chatting to him, and he'd left Libya for the simple reason that he had a family in that. And at the time, his exact words were, and he never swore normally, was, Gaddafi's a fucking madman, and I want to be free and protect my family. I actually believe him. He's one of the nicest men I've ever met, and that's why 12 years ago I remember him so well. They do exist.
I would argue he's acting despite being Muslim, not because of it. I mean, when you take an absolutely rigid ideology as Islam, the Quran, it states that it is perfectly clear. It states multiple times that there is absolutely no falsification, and there's multiple claims like that. No falsification, no unintended anything within it. When you have a literal,
Sorry for whoever cut off.
Oh, I got cut off?
No, I was trying to make a point, and then I got interrupted like twice.
Sorry.
Roadhouse in the chat made a good point here that decent Muslims are almost never religiously active Muslims.
Yeah, that's true. But my point was this, is like, if you look into the, because I was talking to her about this, and if you actually look into like the descriptions of the people who commit terror attacks, it's always like, oh, they seemed like really nice people. Like the one who did the Manchester one, there was reports on him, and they were like, oh, he seemed like a really nice lad. We talked to him all the time. It's like, if that's the state of how it is, how am I, like, and you're going to blame people for Islamophobia. How can you, if it's people who seem decent to everyone around them? And then they do that.
Wait. I can explain.
Like, trust that, like, you know, like from that perspective.
I can explain this. All right, so, and I highly recommend.
I already know why, but I'm saying like,
no. You believe that it's because that they were lying, that they were just kind of blending in, but no, I will say
that's not what I was saying at all. But what I'm saying is like I don't see how, from the perspectives of these lefties, how you can justify saying that being distrustful of Muslims is kind of like some horrible thing, when it's like all of them always turn out to be like people who no one ever suspected. And it's like, well, if it's commonly people who we never suspect, then how am I, like, and they're not obviously extremists. How is anyone supposed to trust people? You know, like, how are you supposed to get trust from that? Like, of course you're going to be distrustful as Muslims as a reaction from that. Like, come on.
Very quickly, do yourselves a favor, click the link I put in the sidebar, but I'm shutting up.
All right, but getting on, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your point, but I was just going to rebuttal that it's kind of a feedback loop. In what happens is these, normally nice people, they are raised in the West, and they either convert to Islam or just raised in this very kind of loose, so-called moderate Muslim households, but they're always told by the West that Islamism is terrible, but Islam is the religion of peace. Islam is great. It's great to be a Muslim. So they constantly get this idea, but when they actually learn what Islam is, and they learn what they have to do and what they need to be a Muslim, after having these decades and decades of constant positive reinforcements that Islam is correct, Islam is right, and they just believed it was all this fairy tale stuff. But because they actually believe it, when they learn what it actually is, they feel they need to atone. And the ultimate way to atone, according to the Quran, is to, fight in Allah's way and slay and be slain.
Yeah, the Quran's like even my friend like says as well that it's self-serving. It doesn't serve the individuals who practice the religion.
The Quran is basically a fucking war book, to be honest.
That's
what it is.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War, on it instead.
But it's not even about tactics. It's the whole thing about Islam. It's all about the people submitting themselves to Allah and His Prophet Muhammad and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The whole thing about the Quran is that, when you really kind of just look at it in simple terms, the Quran and Islam in and of itself, it's really just kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, it's probably, I know it sounds a bit stupid, but like thousands of years ago, it was probably quite useful to have something like that. Because like the world was a lot more brutal then.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, but now it's a bit like, come on, grow up. It needs
yeah, but that's exactly the point that a lot of people try to make a lot of the time, is that faiths such as Christianity, Judaism, even a lot of Eastern faiths have, to one degree or another, they've had some form of reformation. Islam, it never has,
and it's very, very difficult to do that as well.
Well, it's specifically prohibited within Islam, as it was commanded in the Hadith. Any man who changes his Islamic religion, kill him.
That's why these smaller Muslim cults
the biggest
get,
problem is with
persecuted. That's why you see like these smaller denominations or whatever that are almost non-existent, because they just get wiped out.
Yeah, and the ones that actually gain traction and become sects, the Quran also commands to fight the unbelievers and the hypocrites, and the word for hypocrites are those who claim to be Muslim but are not. So it ends up with the Shias are not real Muslims, the Sunnis are not real Muslims, the Alawites are not real Muslims, and it just goes on and on like this. That's why the argument that most Muslim terrorism is to Muslims isn't really applicable, because they don't see the others as Muslims. They see them as hypocrites.
Right, very quickly, click the link I put in there, and I've just seen another awesome tweet for Corbyn Van. Don't forget, a lot of over 65s will be jaded by the Brexit vote, will have taken its toll, and a lot of them might not make the journey. Fucking legend.
All right, hold on a second.
That is an absolutely fantastical picture of Jeremy Corbyn. I do honestly have to say, I mean, I don't think, of all the images I've seen come out of this election, obviously there were the two that were made earlier by fucking what's his face that he was here earlier. Shit. Yeah. He did a couple of drawings, but this I'll easily put this one top five. Top five.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I mean, easily used it ages ago for one of his videos, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it's kind of stressful sitting in a room where everyone's just agreeing with each other. So I'm going to play devil's advocate on the topic of Islam, and basically say that all of your points.
It's a religion of peace.
No, all of your points are
it's
really
a religion of peace and diversity, guys.
Your opinions on how people act under the doctrine are deterministic as hell, to say the least.
That's because the doctrine is deterministic.
No, but the individual isn't.
Well, yes, but it's a matter of acting within a specific category. People can accept labels, but that label isn't necessarily true.
And what is your point on that?
That if I claim to be a Muslim, yet I don't believe in Allah nor that Muhammad was his messenger, no matter how much I push it, no matter how much influence I get, no matter if I get 2 billion people all across the world saying that I am the correct definition of Islam, that's not actually Islam. It's not a matter of popular support. It's a matter of strict literal interpretation.
You said it was deterministic as hell, but I don't think any of us said #all Muslims.
No, I know you didn't, and
remember, guys,
I say #all Muslims, but I think that some people who claim to be Muslim aren't actually Muslim.
Okay, I agree with that, actually. Like, Some of them that say,
Yeah, if you-
well,
if
I'm
you
barely
define-
religious.
If you define Muslim by a set of behaviors, then
I define it by specifically what the Quran and Hadith define it as.
Yeah, he's
well, that's what I
right.
mean. Like, that's when I said a set of behaviors. I mean, you know, that's basically what I meant. But yeah.
All
And
right,
I'll
so
apply
any
this to
updates
other
on the
religions
British
too.
election?
It's not specific to Islam. If all these modern, namby-pamby people say Christianity, you don't actually, need to follow all the practices defined in the New Testament. It's all about just being a good person and being spiritual. No, there's fucking actual things you have to do and believe in order to be a Christian. Same thing with any other religion that isn't relativist made-up garbage.
Yeah. I agree in the way that you're looking at it. Through your lens, I agree with it.
Yeah, I don't like having identities that are based on self-identification rather than action.
Right.
Because
Okay.
they end up completely incoherent immediately.
Right. I have an actual question here for you guys because I presented this on my Twitter account yesterday, I think. Because you know how the left loves to bitch about Islamophobia and how if you're Islamophobic, you're automatically a racist and all that shit.
Sure, shoot.
Well, this was my inquiry. It was, is Islamophobia still racist if directed at a white Muslim?
Damn Chechens.
Yeah,
heads
they
of-
like to call people racist over Islam, yet.
Well, no, they don't.
If,
Well, they just-
if Islamophobia is racist, but you can't be racist to white people.
The thing is,
I wonder.
discussing
It's a
views,
social justice
it
conundrum.
doesn't matter what they are.
Blacks in general can't be racist too. So does that mean that blacks can't be Islamophobic, no matter what race the Muslim is?
As social justice conundrums, my dude.
I have to say that thing I've just linked in the side chat, I can't believe I missed that tweet earlier. Women's Alsatian Ronnie has a massive red russet on. Corbyn, even his fans among the animal kingdom. That's fucking amazing. As in, the dog's got a stiffy. He's saying that's a fan of Corbyn. It's just, that's brilliant. This Corbyn fan, he's a fucking genius. Seriously, I'm killing myself laughing here. You guys need to get on this guy.
I don't even care. I'm going to archive his entire fucking account.
Yeah, it's just
was he like
amazing.
saying shit? Was he being a cocky fuck about Corbyn?
Oh, it is the most beautiful.
Stop flashing that. I don't like seeing it.
No, you'll all see it. You'll all watch.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I will make you see this suspicious item.
May is so terrible.
Damn, my fucking Twitter is blowing up right now because of the fact that I just kept tweeting out memes of Trump laughing over this Comey deal. And this one show is literally on my ass about it. He's like, did you think it was funny when Trump said something about a Gold Star family? Well, I mean, the lawyer who had a son who got killed in Afghanistan is more pissed at Trump than the Muslims who killed his Muslim son. That's just the sad truth about it, man. But yeah, I'm basically just getting a shitload of shills on my ass over this. You know how to spot a shill is. They basically have no profile picture, constantly retweeting like stuff from the basic liberal talking heads or whatever. Or just
They're all just
responding
fucking
to people.
they're all just sock puppets and eggs.
Yeah, exactly. They're all sock puppets. And it's just really funny seeing this.
You know what? I honestly, I don't like referring to them as sock puppets so much as like I like referring to them as egg accounts, because calling them an egg account implies that they're not fully developed yet.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
true.
talking about Spino again, are we?
I mean, you can apply it, yeah.
I couldn't resist that. It's just too easy.
So everyone,
I love shitting on Spino.
Everyone in the chat and everyone listening to the stream at this moment, you heard it here first. Spino is an egg account.
And he still has
I never really interacted with the guy on Twitter or anything, so I'm not going to really comment.
I
Well, I don't
find
get-
him
I
to
don't-
be
I don't really interact with
overly
him either.
self-righteous and and unaware that he has a lens, despite claiming that he doesn't. But
I thought
not
the whole
outright.
hard-on for Assad thing was pretty scummy. Like, I thought that was scummy.
He's basically the Cenk Uyghur of 16-year-olds in a 19-year-old framework.
Okay, and also I think the fact that who wrote the article about him being an MRA, like I thought that was
Wasn't
pretty
he?
funny.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like someone wrote an article about him being an MRA.
No, it wasn't him being an MRA. It was
Oh,
him being a
MGTOW.
MGTOW.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
got
He
that
wasn't going to have
confused.
sex with women because he might get done for rape or something like that. But he claimed the article was false. But I don't know.
I'm a
Is it false? Are we sure about this?
I don't
Is he
know.
even sure?
But how could you not have sex? He lives in Wales. Look at how long Fox has been there.
I absolutely love the fucking tweets that everyone always does every single time there's a terrorist attack. They say Sam Hyde is the one who did it, and Spino was last
I
seen
have
at
a
the scene. as
picture of
missing.
Sam Hyde every time there's an attack. I always have one ready.
God damn it.
This
I
man
would
was
just
the
like to
shooter,
say-
and this poor autistic child was lost. Someone please find my baby.
See, I didn't really like that because they did it like while other people were actually trying to find their loved ones.
Yeah, that's actually true. Someone did
Like,
Paul
if you do it-
Joseph Watson
if you do
too.
it- if you do it like
Look, while they're searching for the lost people, if they find Spino, they can bring him back too.
No, but I thought it was pretty shit. Like that people did that.
Oh yeah, it was. It was. I mean, it was funny, and it was clever, but at the same time, the timing was off.
But it was hilarious. I mean, I don't agree with it, and it was out of order, but fucking
Yeah, I'll
when I seen
admit
that,
it was. I don't morally agree with it, but I'm not going to say it wasn't funny.
Yeah,
I was
not gonna lie.
howling.
When I first saw the Spino
Oh
thing,
wait,
I
hold
could
on, guys,
not-
hold on. We're
could
getting
not
into
stop.
some.
Well, I mean, I
territory
was
here.
in the area whenever the attack happened, and even I had a giggle whenever I seen it.
Guys, we've got to be careful here. We're veering off into some strange territory, and
Oh yeah,
I
we
don't
all-
agree
laugh
with
at
that.
jokes
we all
now.
saw what happened with V
That
and Uzulu and
jokes
Sargon.
Can be wrong. No, even when I'm talking with people who are
Oh,
like,
about that
yes,
whole
all
skeptic
Nazi regime
feminist
now,
deal.
there can be no free speech. I'm like, no. Even if I ran a dictatorship, people will be able to joke about me. I think you can joke about whatever you want. I'll talk about if the joke is funny. That's the point. You judge it as a piece of humor. If I judge art as art, if I judge a watermelon as a watermelon, I'm going to judge a joke as a joke, not as a piece of moral grandstanding.
All right, I'm gonna have to prepare
Yeah,
to
but I
be
didn't
taken
really
completely.
see it as a piece of moral grandstanding.
I'm gonna have to prepare
I
right
know,
here to be completely taken out of context. And the next thing I'm about to say, there is no better leader than a dictator with a sense of humor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
Pinochet
true.
has a
I mean-
sense of humor.
And I love the pause before and after that.
Duterte, best leader on earth right now.
I do adore the fact of for the pause
Fuck.
before and after that because it's going to make it so much easier for people to clip it out.
No, wait. Have you seen all the shit that Duterte has said? He is literally
Oh,
the
he's
best.
hilarious.
I love
Watch,
it. He's
this is
talking
gonna
about
get
when he was
taken
the
out of
mayor of
context.
the capital city. All the drug dealers and the prostitutes and the pedophiles, they're all dead now. Everyone is dead, but it's nice.
The guy
To be fair,
is
though, the Philippines really had like a terrible drug problem, and
And
some
he's
liberals
fixing
in
it
America,
up. He is doing
some-
the job.
Some liberals in America think, oh, you can just treat them. Oh, we gotta fix it. But it's like, no, the Philippines situation is completely different. There's drug cartels everywhere. Duterte had to do something about it, and
I mean, the guy
you
is
know,
the guy's
he did the
crazy
right
as
thing.
fuck, but at least he's funny when he does it.
yeah, he is
I
fucking
disagree.
hilarious.
He's not crazy as fuck. He just doesn't care about, just what the other people think of him. Literally, his best quote best summarizes his position. I don't care if I burn in hell as long as the people I serve live in paradise. I love that. It's the most duty-based ethical thing that a president or government official could possibly say. I want every single government official in America to be a white Duterte.
Right, just very quickly, even what we were saying very earlier is coming true. UK Jewish voters fearful of a win of Labour's Corbyn. Told you, gas the Jews.
Oy
That's what we're
vey.
gonna do.
Daily Stormer endorsed Jeremy Corbyn, which I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's the
You know-
Israel
you know-
Hayom.
You know you are sitting in bad company when fucking England endorses you as a candidate.
He endorsed J.K. Rowling. He endorsed, what was the other funny one he endorsed?
PewDiePie.
Yeah, he
You know
did
what's really funny
PewDiePie.
about Andrew Anglin? The fact that he looks like my former manager. It's just so funny to me. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. He looks like my former manager, and he runs the Daily Stormer. This is great.
You should like print out a picture of the guy
actually-
with holding the Daily Stormer and just bring it to the manager or whatever, and just be like, you know, hey, I didn't know you ran
I found this online.
business.
I think you have something to confess.
And so I found this. I think you got some splaining to do.
I actually put it on my Facebook. I set up a Facebook yesterday just for my account, and the first thing I put on there was, you know, like significant events, and it's the picture of J.K. Rowling in the Nazi uniform, and it was realised that J.K. Rowling gave me a huge boner, and I deeply desire some BDSM with her. It's just, it's like, yeah, brilliant. There's something hot about her dressed as a Nazi. I don't know if it's a uniform or not, but.
Because they're sleek dressers. That's that point that's been unanimous throughout all of time, that the Nazis knew how to dress.
Someone in the chat made a point that someone who could probably give whatever his fucking name is from the Philippines could probably give him a run for his money in being funny. And they said Silvio Berlusconi is the funniest politician I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'd go with that. He's fucking awesome.
I think that'd be.
Is that the Polish guy?
Is he?
Nah, he was Italian.
The former Italian prime minister.
Who's the Polish guy I'm thinking of that has shit in the EU and wears the bow tie like a faggot libertarian?
It does annoy me though.
Oh shit! Sargon
Mickey
done a
is
video
fucking
on him.
hilarious.
Uh-huh.
I think that's his. I don't know how you really say it, but it's Mikke. You can just type it on Google and you'll see the full name. He is
Fucking
fucking
letters.
hilarious.
Mikke.
Mikke.
Mika?
Mika?
Yeah. I think that's how I say it. I don't know.
Guys, we've just had a major intervention in our election from the
What is
state.
Jeremy Corbyn was assassinated by spy.
No. Just look at just look at the endorsement he's just got.
Oh, Sarah fucking Silverman.
God damn it. Another
You
childish,
guys, you
delusional
birdie
Hollywood
bros, you're
celebrity.
being very toxic right now. You need to learn how to deal with democracy.
Voting Labor today is the only way to stop the spread of fascism and oligarchy. Hashtag for the many. Hashtag
You know what my favorite thing
vote for
was?
your life. Yeah.
Mine-
Okay. Voting Labor is the only way to stop the spread of fascism and oligarchy if you want it to be replaced by totalitarian fucking communism.
No, hang on, because one of my
If
favorite
Theresa
things
May is
was,
the
right,
extent
shut
of
up, no, shut the
fascism-
fuck up, right? Because I've tried to speak for like ages now. Right, so one of my favorite things that happened when Theresa May called the general election was that people started saying that it was undemocratic and that she was trying to form a dictatorship by calling a general
By
election.
calling a democratic election. Jesus. Fucking hell.
Oh,
How dare she call for a democratic election? That's so
Yeah,
undemocratic.
really. What a bitch. God damn.
God damn.
Yeah, I think, in all honesty, though, when she called that election, most Labour supporters physically started shitting themselves. I mean, they were just like, oh my God, we're in such a bad place. This is not going to go well. But what they didn't bank on was Theresa May's ability to fuck up her own campaign so spectacularly to give them a chance.
If Theresa May had just shut her fucking mouth and said nothing,
just
to the
literally
entire
stand there
build-up-
and go, Brexit, hard Brexit, yes.
No,
Yes,
It was Nick Timothy.
Theresa May had just shut her fucking mouth. If Theresa May had just shut her fucking mouth and said literally nothing through the entire build-up to the general election, you'd see a conservative landslide, just because in response to Theresa May's saying nothing, the Labour and Corbyn would have been saying way too fucking much.
Yeah. It's true. She could have just like put a fucking sticker on the front door at 10 Downing Street with one word in it, Brexit, and then went and started drinking herself into oblivion for like a few weeks, and she would have won. But instead, oh no, she had to get creative. She fucking had to have a plan that's backfired. I mean, if
Hey,
it
let's
wasn't
bring back the ivory
Look,
trade.
right, I know this election's about Brexit and the economy, but how would you like some fox hunting, my dudes?
Would you like some nice elephant tusks, my dude?
Should have
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know, that has elements of tradition.
stuff is
I've worked
bullshit.
out-
It's
You
not
can't get
real.
behind the internet at all.
I worked out where Fox from the West has gone. Theresa May has won early, and now he's dead because some hounds have burned him to shreds.
A bunch of rich guys with red jackets on have been hunting them all around.
I know this is going to sound, so horribly misogynistic of me, but Theresa May should have just shut her fucking cunt mouth.
And stayed in the kitchen and made some damn flapjacks.
Bitch should have just shut her mouth and stayed in the kitchen.
All right, I hate to be a dick, but don't you guys think Theresa May kind of looks like a vampire?
Yeah.
Everyone says that.
Of course,
Okay,
because
so
of course
it's
she
not
does,
just
because
me.
she probably fucking is.
Look, right, if you're not voting in a vampire, then what's the point? Let's be honest.
It's just
I'd
so
rather-
weird
I'd rather
talking
vote in
about
vampire
people
than
are
a commie.
physically met like this.
Dude, my fucking Twitter is flooded right now. People just making fun of the whole Comey deal. I can't wait. If Theresa May wins, today's just going to be a great day. First, we had Kurt Eichenwald, and it was revealed that he looked up hentai. For those who don't know who he is, he's a retarded journalist who appeared on Tucker Carlson, and he got destroyed by him. So some shitlord made a GIF, and it said, "You deserve a seizure." And apparently he got a seizure from a GIF. And so he's taking the guy to court. So, yeah, this actually happened.
Oh,
So then Tucker Carlson, obviously months went by, blah, blah, blah. So Tucker Carlson, name dropped him on his show again. And Kurt got pissed. And he was saying stuff like, oh, Tucker's fans are attacking me. Because he got a letter in the mail of a picture of a Jew with the world burning. And it said, Jews like you are responsible for this. And he decided to blame it on Tucker. But then when someone said, oh, that's fake, he decided to take a picture of it by his computer, but his tabs were still open. And then someone typed in what was on his tab. Turns out it was hentai.
Oh, yeah. I've
So
seen that
he's just
floating
getting
around.
mocked ruthlessly for it.
I've seen that floating around. It is so good. It's so delicious.
How do people manage these things, right? Because
I hope Kurt jumps from the tallest building he can find.
weaponized?
It's seriously
autism.
that terrible. If you read all of his stuff, I mean, he is literally the perpetual victim. He puts himself in circumstances where when you just, even defend your own position against him, he just plays the perpetual victim card. Like the GIF thing and everything like that. It's just the scummiest fucking person. I mean, even if you look at him, you just think, oh my god, scum.
I just put a link in the side chat. It doesn't correlate to what we're talking about, but it's just fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm posting shit as I find it because it's just some of this is just too funny.
And that reminds me, the fucking idiots who were talking about being blocked on Twitter by Trump is a violation of my First Amendment rights.
Oh god, that
people
shit is so funny.
people are legitimately getting together to file a suit against Donald Trump for blocking them on Twitter.
Oh my god.
I shit you not.
I think one of the funniest things though that happened on Twitter was there's this anti-Trump troll named William Legate.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, someone decided to find a picture of him with his shirt off, but then edit his nipples that way they're huge. So it spread all over Twitter, and we just kept shit posting it. And so he deleted his account. And the bad thing about it was though, is that his family actually got doxxed, but his family was actually pissed at him for his anti-Trump and anti-Trump supporter activities. So they were pissed at him about it, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, we should stop saying stuff to the family. And then on Instagram, it turns out he left the country after he deleted his account.
So not only did he decide to flee the country, his family was pissed at him for his anti-Trump activity.
Yep.
But he also got completely fucking smeared after having deleted his Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
For basically everybody making fun of him and calling him pepperoni chest or a bunch of shit.
Yeah, sausage titties or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
They not get called gorilla nipples.
Yeah, salami nips or some shit.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen to Kurt Eichenwald. He's just gonna get embarrassed by all this hentai stuff. He might delete his Twitter.
Someone's gonna find a picture of his nipples.
Right, and just posting a quick link in the chat about good guy Jez and just how peaceful he is.
Bloody hell.
Oh, wow.
100
I'll have to
times
start
Jeremy
drinking
Corbyn
again.
sided with terrorists. Oh, we should go through this list.
What a shock.
Number 1, invited 2 IRA members to Parliament 2 weeks after the Brighton bombing. Oh,
Look, guys,
God.
I think we just need, if we have any drama, we need to get people here on a community stream and talk it out in the British Parliament.
The British Parliament is beautiful because it's just like, well, it is aesthetically as well. But like, have you ever like listened to some of the arguments that go down there? Like, it's like
I hate
political. It's like a fucking political rap battle just on repeat. It's beautiful. I love it. The best.
The beautiful thing about Parliament is that it's basically every day you'll get about 3 different records, and the thing is they'll leave them on the record player, but the record player's broken.
I guess we gotta disagree here. I hate the way the British Parliament does it, because to me, when I watch it, it's always leader of one side of the room says, "Why don't you blah blah blah," and you said blah blah blah, and I demand you denounce this now, and everyone cheers behind her, yay! And then it goes to the other side, and they say, "If I do such and such, then you who did blah 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 and actually
I never said it
voted
was effective.
blah blah blah, yay!" And
Well,
it just goes back
that's
and forth.
the entire point, is that British Parliament is, it's essentially like a
It's not
merry-go-round.
productive.
I never said it was
like,
productive. I just said it was hilarious. Like,
it's like a merry-go-round or a broken record. That's all it is. It's just the same stupid shit keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning.
it does make it fun though. It does make it like genuinely enjoyable to watch.
It does. It is amusing. I will give it
It's
that.
very amusing. Especially like, have you seen David Cameron Thug Life videos? Because he comes out
God.
with fucking
Yes.
excellent fun.
I love those.
It doesn't need to be Christmas to know you're a turkey, and then just the Thug Life sunglasses come down.
Best
At
one
least
though
the Asian
is
parliaments resolve things with fistfights.
best parliamentarian is Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Who dat?
Jacob Rees-Mogg, MP for Northwest. Well, he'll be re-elected, but MP for Northwest Somerset. He's like the most stereotypical British person you could ever imagine to meet. He's like this
I can
time
imagine
traveling.
some very stereotypical people.
Right, I'll put right here. Jacob Rees-Mogg in South Shields. This is a good video. He's like so aristocratic, it's unreal.
Has his feet ever touched the ground?
Well, he's like 7 foot tall, so yeah.
Oh shit!
His head pierces the heavens.
This guy
He's sort of-
is,
He
this
has
guy
like
is
this
so
following.
unbelievably fucking posh.
Yeah.
I can't listen to more than a few seconds of this guy, because then I start feeling all kind of American Revolution-y.
No,
I have that
just
exact
watch-
same feeling. That's why in the chat earlier, the person who said make Britain a 51st state, fuck you. Britain's never joining the US over my dead body.
He's so
I
funny.
know
'cause
he
he's,
sounds like
really
a posh
posh.
twat, but the man is a complete fucking legend.
Yeah,
Seriously,
he's
Jacob
the
Rees-Mogg
hero.
is absolutely amazing.
Who's that? Sorry.
Jacob
That's
Rees-Mogg.
right.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're still on that.
We could go back to
Yeah, I
talking about
absolutely
Kurt
would.
Eichenwald if you want, and his man beard.
No, it's because I was
He hasn't
looking at
responded to that.
That
on
line
Twitter.
forever.
He hasn't responded to that yet on Twitter, which is really fucking funny.
He's too busy looking up new tabs.
Oh, well, I know this probably means nothing because it's coming from Stephen Molyneux, but take it, however you want. But just tweeted, holy shit, James Comey just admitted to colluding with Loretta Lynch to falsify his statements to benefit Hillary Clinton's campaign.
What else is new?
Well, even if that's true that he did just admit that, then big fucking surprise. We already knew it.
Yeah,
This is
but
no surprise.
admitting it's a big deal in itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to know it. It's when they can actually fucking admit it. That's when that the hammer has dropped.
But I gotta disagree because it just they are above the law at this point. Trump was the last hope to actually put her behind bars, but I don't know. He might follow through, he might not. But I mean, just with all the illegal shit she did, just when Clinton was in office. I mean, I have like 2 different books downstairs just detailing case by case by case of the actual court investigations into these things. And I mean, she has enough there to be in prison for the rest of her life. I mean, all the recent stuff, I mean, if she's not convicted for that.
Lynch instructed him to call the investigation into the Clinton email a matter and not an investigation.
Oh.
Well,
James Comey testified.
that fucking matters.
And he's testifying that it's false as well. The whole Russian narrative.
Yep, it's complete bullshit all along.
Well, yeah, it was
because
admitted to be
The Democrats were mad that they lost. They couldn't handle the fact that a literal meme stole the presidency from them. That's how fucked up they were. That literal meme.
Whose book was it? Wasn't it like one of like the high-ranking DNC people's like recent book that was released? Was it what's her face? Huma Abedin or whatever it was? Huma, the Arab-looking girl who's married to Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
Didn't she say in her book that specifically, like, she talked about how they like crafted the narrative that Russia hacked the election and phrased in such ambiguous terms that it could mean anything in order to discredit American democracy? Like, I thought that was in her book. Am I wrong about that?
I honestly don't remember that in all honesty. Like, she had a book with this, right? Like you said.
Yeah, it was someone high in the DNC, and I remember it was a female.
I honestly don't remember that
I've gotten an angry text telling me that I have to go and get people out to vote, so I'm going to have to jump out here.
Oh, fun.
Cool, man. It's good to speak to you again.
Yeah, no problem. See you soon.
You have a good one.
Bye.
Have fun.
See you, dude.
I gotta be honest here. All this Comey stuff that's coming out, like, right now, I give it about 15 to 30 minutes before the Twitter sphere, the left end of the Twitter sphere, is just
they're literally on suicide watch right now.
Just a fucking flame with how many people are probably quite literally shitting their pants and having an aneurysm with how fucking angry they are.
Yep.
Trump's gonna tweet
fucking
something.
glorious.
Okay, I found
something. You watch.
I found it. It's the book called Shattered, Inside Hillary Clinton's Doomed Campaign, and it was written by Jonathan... Damn snakes. By Jonathan Allen and Amy Parnes. Amy Parnes is who I was thinking of. And basically, I'll get to the part with Russia. That strategy had been set within 24 hours of her concession speech. Mook and Podesta assembled her communications team at the Brooklyn headquarters to engineer the case that the election was entirely on the up and up. For a couple of hours, with Shake Shack containers littering the room, they went over the script they would pitch to the press and public. Already, Russian hacking was the centerpiece of the argument.
That's interesting. Kind of off topic though. I just realized that everybody here in the room right now, the Americans are
taken over.
The Americans have finally taken over because one of our
we all drove all the Brits out.
One of our Welsh is absent, so is Italian.
You know what? Actually, kind of. I would like vernaculars is in the chat. You know what?
Islanders go home.
You know, right, shut the fuck up. Right, you know what irritates me? Because some guy in the chat was saying, I'm not voting, I don't know what the parties do and don't care. If voting the wrong people makes it harder, yada, yada, yada. It's like, people like that kind of annoy me a little bit, because it's like, yeah, but you know for a fact that you'll complain if the government starts to intervene in your life, right?
Exactly.
So it's like either you don't care until you do, and then you really will. And like, that's how it seems to be for everyone.
Oh, Vernaculus is here. Hey, Vern.
As a devil's advocate for him, I would say that if he's an uninformed voter, I mean, it's not a moral thing, but
no, I'm saying
I would say he would have some kind of responsibility if he helped get a party elected when he didn't know what they stood for, or what they were going to do.
Well, no, of course, but what I'm saying, I'm more making the argument to actually inform yourself of what's going on, because it's like they will affect what you, like they will affect your life eventually.
Absolutely, I
can't get out
agree
of
on
it.
getting informed.
You absolutely cannot get out of that. It's like it's going to affect your life, whether you like it or not. Like you need to be informed if you want to like not have an intervention in your life that you don't like, basically.
Absolutely, I
Or you
agree
can
on
vote
that.
Conservative and get a fucking intervention you don't like.
In the last general election, I didn't vote, but that's because I knew that when I actually looked through, like, any of the interventions that were going to happen weren't going to really do much for me, so it didn't really matter, and I didn't have a dog in the fight at that one. Like, I didn't have anything to think me. Which I think is fair enough. Like, if you don't have any... If you don't have any interests, and, like, in the like manifestos and stuff like that, which seems quite low, but it did actually manage to happen to me. It's like, and it doesn't really make a difference to you either way, then I think it's fair enough. Or if you think that if you don't feel represented, then I think that's fair enough as well. He says I'm voting the fucking Jedi Council. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Seriously, do it. I'd rather you do that.
Didn't vote for either of these two terrible choices.
If I had the option choice to vote for the Jedi Council when I went to vote, that would have been stellar.
Well, if they actually won too.
What, the Jedi Council?
Yeah.
They couldn't. You need. It would be impossible. They'd need MPs in all of the enough constituencies. Like, because a lot of parties they only have like one MP. Like one person standing for MP, so...
You in Britain, you don't have write-in, do you, on your votes?
What do you mean?
Well,
like
here in America,
anyone.
some ballots, you can... There's
yeah, we don't have that.
That say, write in the choice of candidate for a set
you've
position.
got to stand. You've got to officially stand. You can't just write in someone.
I think it
one
was
of my
the
friends
second
voted
election of
for
Reagan,
Harambe.
like the fourth or fifth most votes went to Bozo the Clown from people doing write-ins.
Well, you also have to remember that several thousand people in the previous election voted for Harambe.
Yeah, they did, and it's so goddamn funny that they did.
honestly, I do believe that if anybody should have won the U.S. general election, it should have been Vermin
Harambe.
Supreme. It should have been Vermin Supreme because I want my goddamn pony.
Yeah, he wants to give everyone a free household pony, which is the most interesting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Bring back traditionalism, bring back the tradition of cavalry, of horse breeding. Very awesome.
I mean, if he runs again, 4 years, 3-4 years from now or whatever, I'm voting Vermin Supreme. I don't even care.
What if ultimate traditionalism is actually anarcho-primitivism?
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Well, hang on, isn't that like the earliest point of tradition? Come on, debate me one-on-one.
I can debate you because I am definitely into this politic thing, but I think it would out me, and your entire leftist chat would at me.
Leftist chat? What the fuck are you on about?
The chat seemed leftist from when I was in it,
Yeah,
but
that's
anyways,
Fox's. It's not my fucking stream.
well, yeah. All right, fine. I'll ruin Fox.
Where is he anyway?
I gotta be honest. I'm amazed we're still holding 72
Traditionalism
watches.
comes from institutionalized structure of ancients past.
Well,
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about Fox. I think he might have been abducted by aliens or something.
No, I already explained this. Look, Fox has been eaten by hounds set up by Theresa May's new government.
Well, that means
It's a
Theresa
24-hour
May
stream.
must
He
have
needed to
won.
take a nap.
Well, at least
Yeah,
we
but
can
he's
be
left
certain
us in
that,
charge. That's dangerous.
At least we can be certain that in 2 3/4 hours, if he hasn't come back by then the stream's over anyway.
No, I want to run for the full 24. He promised a 24-hour stream.
No, he can't do that because he's got to be on Sargon's stream later.
I was hoping I was going to get some more subs today. I'm only at 109. Life is so tough.
Well, none of us are really getting any subs because someone's not here to fucking shill us out.
I've given up on YouTube.
Are you saying that we should invite Vern on and pay him money to shill us all out?
Whoa, shit!
Hey,
It lagged me out of the fucking.
Hey,
call
Vernaculous,
for a
if you're
moment.
still in the chat, you wanna shill us out because everybody listens to you. Do it on Twitter.
Yeah, show my
Yeah.
Twitter out.
Don't shill for me. My YouTube is useless. I hate YouTube.
Is vernacular? Can we pair vernaculus off? Or does he have like FX or some shit?
You can pay vernaculus off to shill you in one of two ways. You can either do it with a dance, or you can do it by sucking his dick.
What if I threaten him with saying that
I can't
I'll
dance.
misquote Orwell on purpose in front of him? That'll get him.
Everyone's saying Jeb again.
Yeah,
Jeb.
that's the real winner of this election. Jeb, 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 Jeb.
You know,
look
I
at
actually
Look at
was
it this
not
way. He's
tempted-
already won America. He's already won France. Now he's going to get Britain. Jeb's just rocking it.
That's who fucking Theresa May is. It's just a gender-bent Jeb. How could we have not seen that? The gray hair, the absolute retarded politics, the stupid statements, it's just fucking Jeb in a wig and dress. And panties, probably.
Oh.
Vermin Supreme promises to end moral and oral decay.
You know, Vermin Supreme wants to build a time machine to, stop the Iraq War from happening.
Yeah, I'd support
You know,
that.
we have a party in the UK called the Monster Revving Loony Party, and they once wanted to put an extra hour in the day because 24 hours a day was just not quite enough for going to the pub and drinking.
I fucking support that.
Oh.
I have fucking internal 25-hour clock. Fuck that. It's terrible. I go to sleep an hour later every single day. I want an extra hour to the day. Fuck that. Fuck 24 hours.
I actually need to find their website and get that
The
suggestion we
Monster
came
Revving
up
Loonies are
with.
fucking excellent.
Of course, the Scottish guy would love that pub idea.
Of course. No, because before we use Americans come on, well, okay, furry guy. Sorry, Nask. Yeah, please. We were talking about Liger jousting, so I think we do need to try and get that on their fucking campaign for next year. It's a fantastic idea.
It does. It needs to be a part of their Liger jousting needs to be a part of their party platform.
Yeah.
Like if anything, it should be number one on the list.
I wish that the Monster Revving Loonies had campaigned in my constituency because I would have voted for them. No, I legitimately would.
There we go.
Does someone need an American? Bald eagles and pussy. Fuck yes.
Seems like a reasonable idea.
Combine the two. Bald eagle pussies.
Oh baby.
Oh god.
You don't get more patriotic than fucking a shaved eagle.
Jeez.
Don't even make me picture that.
Too bad it's in your head now.
Too bad it's already happened.
You're gonna
That's
be-
when you became American.
You're gonna start falling asleep tonight. You're gonna be just about there. Your eyes will be shutting, and you'll just be moments away from sleep, and that image will flash in front of your mind.
Squaw!
And it will literally be a shaved bald eagle, just lightly touching its cunt as it teases you.
Oh my god.
And now somebody, probably some fucking sick little fur fag who's watching this is gonna take that I just fucking said, and they're gonna draw it and put it up on the fucking internet. They're gonna Rule 34 the fucking American bald eagle.
Whoever is degenerate.
There's nothing wrong with eagle sex as long as both parties consent.
All right, Auntie
Fucking-
Skeptic, calm down.
I love the Ancapistan memes where they're like, but did the child consent though? Like those memes are just so fucked up.
Crafty Mick, coming on a bald eagle is the most patriotic thing you could do. It's a holy union between patriot and patriot.
I can't
God
find
damn
where I can suggest Liger jousting to them. That's bollocks.
Fuck it, don't they have a hotline?
You know what? I'm reasonably drunk, so I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to start typing.
It's all that shit cider, that 4-pound fucking cider of yours.
Mate, cheap doesn't mean bad. But in
It
this
just
case, it
means
is.
full of cancer.
I'm sorry,
Come
but
on, man.
if the Cold War taught me anything, cheap does mean bad.
There's a Chinese saying, you get what you pay for.
I'm trying to work out what Marcus means. Do you think there should be a council or meeting of the kingdoms in the UK to try and discuss things formally and not the crappy post-hoc relationship we have with our leaders? No, because Nicola Sturgeon is a fucking horrible little cunt. And that woman down in Wales
She's a
horrible...
fucking cunt.
Yeah, I mean, why the fuck would the Prime Minister of Britain want to deal with those little fucking turds? I seriously dislike them. And I honestly, I would love to headbutt Nicola Sturgeon.
I'm just going to put this out here.
It'd be so sad.
What I don't get about the SNP is like, because our parliament's a bit weird in the fact that it has to, like, Scotland have to be represented too, obviously. But it's like the SNP are never going to get a majority, right? Like that's it. It's literally impossible.
Do they get a majority within Scotland at least?
Well, obviously. But what I'm saying is like they could never actually become prime minister. So it seems a bit weird that they have to.
It's kind of a wasted effort, really.
Speaking of the SNP, don't they have a really weird policy? Don't they want to be a part of the EU? Yet they're the nationalist party?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is it. They'd be quite willing to sell us out.
Hey, oh my god, I've come up with a new philosophy: nationalist globalism.
Thank you, Trump. You have brought nationalism and globalism to the forefront.
Yeah, Marcus, you're right. They don't get held to account. The SNP party are an absolute fucking abomination. I really think they're horrid. They're just a bunch of racists.
Don't they have connections to the IRA too? Apparently, like I've heard
they're
about
all globalists. What are you talking about?
I just want to put this out there. As long as there's still time for UK voters to possibly hear this and listen and go out and make it happen.
Vote Vampire 2017. Just vote for the Vampire.
Hashtag Diane Abbott 2017.
Tango. I am not pissed, but
Mao did more good than bad.
Mao didn't do nothing.
Diane, Mao didn't do nothing wrong, Abbott.
Exactly.
The fact that she's a diversity fuck hire is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's like I said earlier, man. Diane Abbott is the epitome of affirmative action. And you can take the term affirmative action any way you want.
I just think it was pure charity work. I mean, you couldn't even pretend it was somebody else because she's so annoying and she's so big as well. You know, you could get lost in a fold and find a slice
Corbyn
of pizza.
is a proud relativist. If she says that she is not fat and ugly, then she isn't. You need to respect her identity.
What I find amazing though is how Labour have elected Chancellor a fucking Marxist.
I know.
Like, I just realized.
We weren't looking after our treasury.
I have the solution to the UK's budget problem.
Mustard gas all over the whole island.
Oh,
no.
Come on.
Right. The solution to the UK's budget problem happens to actually be the Ark of the Covenant, which I'm sure that if you delve deep enough into Diane Abbott's folds, you would probably find.
Oh.
There's so many
just quickly retorting to Marcus. Mate, the country is pretty damn unified by and large, because I mean most people in Britain are, you know, you go down the pub, they're all pretty much the same. You take the piss out of each other, you just have a laugh.
Are you saying all British people are the same, you fucking racist?
I honestly do. Having lived across most of the UK at one point or another, I think they're actually very similar. There's very few differences. The only area I would say that's particularly different is London. And that's because nobody in there comes from Britain. It's nothing but it's like a migrant swamp.
All around London.
Around London.
Has Scotland gotten that good old cultural enrichment yet?
No, but the SNP are desperately trying to enrich us one rape at a time.
The SNP is very
nationalistic policies.
The SNP is very desperately attempting to enrich Scotland one muzzy at a time.
That's so fucking weird because from what I know, Scotland is pretty fucking poor, yet they want more refugees. That makes no fucking sense. So you're going to expect a relatively poor population to pay for that?
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense when England picks up the bill out of the national budget. So they can make all these insane things that they want, but they don't actually have to pick up the bill. This is why the economy is totally fucked up here. They've got
Scotland needs to build a wall, declare independence from the UK, and then take control of all of Britain's
That's
nuclear
something that
arsenal
got
in
me
the
actually.
area.
Like people were complaining that but now the Scottish might like leave the United Kingdom. I'm just like, okay, like I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, big fucking loss there.
Like I don't have a problem with that. If they want independence, have it. It's fine by me. It's not
I'm a
a problem.
complete supporter of
They do. This is
balkanization.
what they do. This is what Scotland needs to do. They need to build. They need to rebuild Hadrian's Wall, but they need to build it 10 times bigger, 10 feet taller, and then they need to declare their independence and then take control of the UK's nuclear arsenal in the area.
On the
Right.
subtopic of walls, I don't like all these. Look, there's criticism of the wall that retired leftists make, like walls don't work and everything like that. All right, fine. But the point is, even if the wall is made, I don't want it to be like Israel's wall that's just some ugly thing. It was claimed to be beautiful. I want it to be like the Great Wall of China. I want it to you can legit like walk on top of it, that you can have it as like
Fucking
a
Wi-Fi.
legitimate tourist spot. Make it like a legitimate tourist spot. Start
no.
earning back revenue.
Well, see, you don't even need to like fancy it up, make it look like the Great Wall or anything. It can look like the one that fucking Israel put up, just bigger. It's just on the Mexican side, you don't do anything with it, so it just looks fugly as hell. But on the American side is that you
Make it look beautiful.
You hire tens of thousands of artists to just make these amazing murals along the entire length of it, and the entire U.S.-Mexico border on the American side would just be a tourist hotspot. We would get tens of millions of people coming to see all these murals every year.
That's a great idea, but I also had another similar idea that I proposed like months and months ago that Trump never replied to because fuck me and my tiny Twitter. But anyways, I just submitted to him just this idea of create some kind of like donation fund that like family members, like they can submit a name of like one of their family members who was like killed by an illegal immigrant or something like that, and people can donate money to them, and every single like certain amount they donate is like another brick in the wall with that person's name on it. That way,
Oh my
forever.
I just realized how we can take the wall.
If people say we want to tear down this wall because it's bigoted, that would be such a fucking crime against people's sensibilities.
I just figured out exactly how we can pay for the wall. Well, not we. I know exactly.
Crowdfunding?
I know exactly how we can make Mexico pay for the wall. So you know how in America illegal immigrants have this real bad habit of they'll come here and then they'll work and then they'll send a shit ton of money back to their family or their home in Mexico or wherever.
Yep.
Well,
Remittances.
all you basically do is you intercept all mail going to Mexico. You don't even have to open it at first. You could just scan it to see what the fuck's in there. And then that's it. And if there's just a bunch of cash or checks or whatever the fuck, then you confiscate all that after doing a thorough background check to ensure that this is coming from a fucking illegal. And then you take all that cash, and technically speaking, Mexico is paying for the wall.
Why don't we just seize the wealth from all these illegals, like just everything they have?
Nativist communism seizes the means of production from the illegals.
It's not really. I mean, they're here legally, and it's like, no, you're a fucking criminal. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I always find it entertaining that they PC it up with like undocumented worker or whatever. It's like,
it's so fucking.
That's an interesting name, isn't it?
See, and this is what I love to throw back.
Surprise and richer.
This is what I love to throw back at people who always bitch every time I say illegal immigrant. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Mexico. I'm gonna go there without filing any papers. I'm not going to legally.
Sorry, someone in the chat's just put, "Holy fuck, this became fascistic real quick." I'm like, you think this is fascism? Come on,
please! I'll make Mussolini look like a member of Antifa.
But I love to bring it up to these people when they spurg out about illegal immigrant. It's like, okay, I could do exactly what these fucking people did when they came here. Except I just go the other way. Do you really think that Mexico is going to be so fucking progressive and kind to me?
Fuck no, they'll kick you out. You know they have laws.
Exactly. They'll kick me out because they actually follow the goddamn law, and the law says you are an illegal immigrant.
You know how America used to have a law.
That's the fancy word there. That's the key word. Illegal.
The thing about America is we used to have an immigration policy where the immigrants could they couldn't become a majority compared to the native population. Mexico has that same law when it comes to their majority population, which is mestizos. Americans used to have that when it came to white Europeans, but we don't have that anymore because we decided to make the dumbass mistake of letting the whole third world in.
I find it entertaining that
All right, chat.
Fox is more left-leaning, And I find entertaining that like the right-leaning law have just completely taken over this stream.
You're right, chat.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not right-leaning. I just have right-leaning tendencies once in a while, depending on the topic.
I'm not right-leaning.
Well,
so
you're
I'm
not
just
right.
saying-
You're not right.
Depending on
You're correct about Mexico's policy.
depending on the topic, I can be right-leaning, and immigration is one of those topics.
I'm left-leaning on most things. Immigration and Israel accepted.
Oy vey.
Oh, I hate that Israel is touted so much as conservatism, right wing.
Dear Goyam, your support is so
I mean,
appreciated.
for me, it's the simplest thing in the world. I mean,
Speaking of Israel,
there is
No foreign aid. I don't support Palestine or Israel. Let them sort it out. That's it.
There is one democracy in the Middle East. There is one Middle Eastern country that treats its women like equals. There
Turkey.
is one Middle Eastern country that generally follows human rights law, with exceptions,
Syria.
obviously. So, and there are people.
So?
The British left is just hysterically pro-Palestine. It's astonishing. There was
That's
a
how
liberal
Democrats-
Democrat.
That's because all the Arabs and Muslims in there.
There was a Liberal Democrat MP suspended a while ago, a few years back, because he said he would, quote, probably fire a rocket into Jerusalem.
Oh my fucking god!
That's ridiculous.
No.
You're going to be elected on the 25th. What are you going to do? Probably
Right,
fire
who's
a
this
rocket
guy?
into
And can I
Jerusalem.
go and undo
Yes.
my vote?
The
So
thing
you're
about
going to be
today
elected
is-
on the 25th. So what's your first move as prime minister? Carpet bomb Jerusalem.
the
Fuck
thing
that.
about
Our
today is-
embassy is never going there.
One missile my ass. No, you carpet bomb the Temple Mount.
You got to admit that does require balls to say.
You know what, chaps? Before we get rid of these nuclear weapons, let's test them out.
But speaking of Israel
Would
today,
be-
today's the
Well, I mean,
anniversary
Israel's
of the
nuclear armed,
USS
isn't it?
Liberty.
Is it?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't really understand why people have such a dog in the fight of Israel and Palestine.
Because it's a very
Because Arabs and Jews. That is the single
pretty
reason.
much.
But like, why does like the UK? Why do like people in the UK give a shit? I don't.
Because
Because of the Israeli lobby in the UK.
because we used to own that bit of the world, and we're kind of responsible for the shit condition it's in now.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
all,
you
it's all
guys
your
for
goddamn,
that.
It's all your goddamn fault, which makes me wonder if it's all your fucking fault. Then why the fuck do we care so
Israel
much?
was a British mandate until 1947, and the instant we left, a war started.
Well, that's,
Honestly, the way I look at the whole Israel and the Middle East issue is, yeah, they just fuck it, just fuck it. Stop giving them aid, stop giving them arms, and just let them all.
I just don't.
Let
I
them kill
just
each other.
don't.
I mean, they
can't-
should just
I can't-
sort each other out. I
I
think
can't actually
America's
make
getting
myself
them
have a
feeling
dog in the
retarded.
fight at all. I just can't. I look at it and I'm just like, okay, I just.
The Middle East is big. There's hundreds of millions of people there, and a lot of people pissed off at Israel. So
Yeah, but-
let them throw as many bodies at Israel as they want, and then Israel, they'll
win.
do well enough.
Let me just say something.
They'll
Can I
do
say
well
something
enough
really quick?
conventionally. They'll do enough conventionally, but eventually they will have to use their nuclear arms, which will solve so many problems for everybody.
Does anyone know what the alt-right position on Israel is? Because
They fucking hate it.
I'm
They
right
want
on
it
on the
gone.
one hand,
Hello.
it's full of Jews, but on the other, it kills Muslims.
No, it's not. It's not even. There's a more deep view of it than that. It's like on the one hand it's Jews, but on the other hand it's an ethno-state in their eyes. I'm being serious. I know people in the alt-right who are for
some
Israel.
alt-right-
I am in the alt-right. I
Because-
can actually explain this.
Well, see, that's the whole thing people need to understand about the alt-right. Being alt-right does not inherently mean that you're
Hate the
some
Jews.
you're some fascistic, anti-Semitic fucking white nationalist.
I prefer counter-Semitic.
Counter-Semitic. Oh, but like I said earlier, the thing about Israel today is a lot of Americans don't know this, probably because the education system when it comes to history is fucked. Today's the anniversary of the sinking of the USS Liberty, where Israel decided to send in jets and they blew up a fucking American ship.
Uh-huh. Tried to kill 44 crew members on board and tried to frame it on Egypt.
Yep.
Someone in chat just called me an optimist.
But the thing about Israel is the whole ethno-state thing is, yes, it is true they want to have a Jewish majority, which is completely reasonable. They do have other religious minorities there too, because frankly, they're more safe in Israel than all the other fucking Arab countries. Like, let's be real here. They would all be dead.
Because they're shitholes.
Yeah, exactly. They're all fucking bigoted shitholes.
Well, it needs to be understood that Israel would be a shithole too if it wasn't for all the consistently massive amounts of money we pour into them.
Well, part of it is the fact that the Jews are smarter than the Muslims.
It's pretty fucking basic here. You know, Israel wouldn't be where it is today. Israel wouldn't be as strong. It wouldn't be as capable. Its infrastructure would be basically
We spend $8 billion every single year to Israel.
$38 billion.
Without the United States, Israel just wouldn't even really exist.
I'm going to be honest. I've actually been passed out for a few hours.
Oh, wait, Fox, hold on. Hang on,
I told you you took a nap.
While you were gone, your stream has been taken over by alt-right fascists, according to Toasted Chickens, so, you know.
Wait, Fox, hold on. You were passed out? Because we were all pretty convinced that you were out fucking cheap.
Well, yeah, if you want to consider that a pastime of the Welsh, which it probably is.
Well, I could imagine that after you pound a couple of them, you might be pretty tired. Hence,
we also considered that Theresa May might have called an early victory and then sent fox hunters after you.
Uh-huh. And she secretly Jeb Bush in a wig and dress.
Yeah, that's what we've come to the conclusion of.
Well, like 2017.
Like I said earlier, I could just imagine a fox in a field with a bandana, a cigarette, like an Apocalypse Now sort of situation with an M16 with like Black Sabbath playing War Pigs.
See, Fox, what you need to do now is you need to send me all the details you can possibly think of for this idea, and I'm gonna get it drawn.
But now, apparently, this stream has gone fascisty, according to some chicken dude, which made me laugh quite hard.
Getting back on
fascist.
But yeah, getting back on that topic, Republic of Kick. Here's the thing that will maybe even convert you to counter-Semitism. It is in the UK. Exactly. Here's the thing. In the UK, they are campaigning, and I'm not sure if they passed it yet, to make it illegal to boycott Israel. Can you even imagine that kind of not even in the social justice sense, but just privilege of saying all these other countries it's fine to boycott, but there's some moral necessity that you can't boycott a country you don't like because it's Israel.
Well, for fuck's sake, guys, now
come up with the term counter-Semitism?
Now the stream's too communist. You know, are we too fascist or too communist?
The means of production.
Wait, are we communist?
Just fucking pick one.
Damn fascio communists.
Anyway, what are all of your hopes?
Whoa! Is that fox back for shagging that sheep?
He came back like 2 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ, Fox! Did you leave anything left for the other Welsh boys to have a shot on?
That sheep is destroyed. It's just a pile of wool and blood on the ground.
Oh, I'm a full prisoner.
Stop!
I've just got this image of his legs all bent out in this weird kind of spider fashion.
I don't think
so dangly.
I don't think Fox is into that.
Blood everywhere.
I think he's a bit more of a gentle person.
Actually, I will tell you where I was actually. I was doing it for the war.
What? See, I told you he was doing it for the war. I told you he had to go find the war.
Fuck you.
Earlier
Stop Theresa May from winning.
It's like a sacrifice.
Just want to go through my hopes for tonight. Number 1, all the party leaders resign. Number 2, the Queen takes over. Number 3, we get Hong Kong back. Number 4, Jeb becomes PM.
Number 5, Deng Xiaoping gets reincarnated as a secret weapon.
We have to hope for Jeb. It's the only thing to do now.
Has everyone who can vote voted?
No.
Yeah.
I wrote in Chloe Adams as a protest vote.
Right in Patch Adams.
You know,
So
Chloe
did
Adams?
everyone vote for May? Everyone here make the right
Not
decision?
Spino, he fucking voted for Corbyn.
So much for being anti-SJW if you're going to vote for Corbyn.
As far as I'm aware, most of the people who have been on
Oh no, Spino, stop
ended up
calling
going Lib Dem
you now.
or something.
Spino just didn't resist the lure of Diane Abbott.
Spino started fucking the fence. Apparently he's an MRA, and he refuses to call himself an anti-feminist anymore.
Just about the
I reluctantly,
don't you know? Are you a bigot?
I reluctantly voted Conservative, and I say reluctantly because it's like the only decision that makes any sense, but it also comes with drawbacks.
Oh,
that
I
do not
couldn't.
want.
I couldn't conscionably do it. I spoiled my ballot.
Well,
All right,
I
so-
don't know if it counts as spoiled when I put down God Emperor Farage.
Yes, Farage.
Is that what you actually did?
What do you think? You've spoken to me.
See,
Honestly,
I'm
though,
too
like
prim and
when I
proper.
was in the booth, I was just like, can I really fucking vote for Labour right now? Really? And I just thought, and I was like, no, I can't.
No.
Because I remember that
so
you were
did you
tweeting
vote
about that
Conservative?
on your way. You were on your way to the voting place, and I remember you were tweeting out. So I figured you might have been on your phone or something like that. It's like the entire time you were walking there. It's like, oh God, should I do it? Should I? Maybe this is such a hard decision.
No, I'll tell you why I considered voting Labour, and it's because of Welsh Labour, because they're nowhere near as
Wait, hang on,
carcinogenic.
Fox, you voted Mayor.
Pardon?
Did you vote Conservative?
No, I voted Lib Dem in the end because
Oh.
Keck's gonna strangle you now.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ. No, I expected.
I'm not
to
going to
vote Labour,
strangle
so
him.
I'm
It's
surprised that he
It's
didn't.
his decision. People can ironically vote for Tim Farron
Fox,
if they want.
a Fox voting Tory, it's just turkeys voting for Christmas.
basically.
So, if you voted for Tim Farron, does that mean you're now a George Soros cuck boy because he's a globalist?
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, George Soros
think
is a
about
good
that.
boy that didn't do nothing. All right.
Aren't you Fox, you're a globalist, aren't you?
In some ways.
Are you a globalist and a nationalist?
Are you a globalist nationalist? Because
Communist.
That would be amazing. I want to meet the person who's a globalist nationalist.
Trump said that bullshit and backtracked. Fucking hell.
There you go. It confirmed. Fox endorses Trump.
Well, to be fair, that whole report came from the Wall Street Journal, and knowing how credible the Wall Street Journal is.
Yeah, there's
You
a
know,
lot of fake
especially
news,
when
but I
it
mean,
came
we
to-
have video clips. I mean, yeah, video can be faked and everything. Look at CNN with that Muslim protest, but I mean, still, I don't think they
Oh, the
could get
fucking
Trump a
Muslim
stage saying that.
protest.
Just for the record, Fenian is in the chat. No, there are not 2 Kekistan faggots here. There's at least 3.
Someone said we're faggots, Republic.
One of them
Oh, no.
is just less apparently.
Hold me, darling.
Someone called us faggots.
Hold me.
How homophobic! It's so oppressive.
Hold me and stroke.
Which is more likely, Kekistan becoming reality or Fagistan becoming reality?
Well, Kekistan, obviously.
I would say Kekistan. Like, oh god, like where would it be
must fight
geographically?
for our
If,
right
if
to ship
Kekistan,
us.
if
Where
Kekistan,
would Kekistan be? Oh, it would be over the old Akkadian Empire. I thought we'd settled this.
well, the Akkadian
Realistically, I
Empire.
think they would buy land from probably like Kazakhstan or one of those other southern Russian
we
areas.
wouldn't buy it. We're
Mongolia
not
would be
Jews.
another good option as well. Because,
Jesus Christ.
Wait, didn't Russia have that thing? Didn't they offer a while ago, like in their southeastern like part of Russia? Didn't they offer like $500 and 4 acres of land to every individual British person who wanted to resettle there?
I haven't
I
heard of that, but I know.
I remember
people
that,
in
like,
Africa-
find
6
out
months
about
ago.
this.
It was open to every single British citizen. They said that they will like streamline or fast track gaining Russian citizenship as long as you start homesteading that area, and they would give you that for free.
Russia's always had a weird relationship with its land, hasn't it? Like when they sold Alaska to America.
Big mistake for
do you
them.
remember that?
Whoops.
I remember this was like a meme for a while, like a sort of low-key meme. But do you remember the Google Travel suggestion between I forget where it was. It was a place in Russia and a place in Alaska, I think. And I think one of the tips in order to travel was jet ski across
Yes,
the
I've heard of
Bering
that.
Strait or something like
They
that.
do
There
that.
was one
You can
to,
give
there was
on
a
Google
story-
Maps, you can get directions from Rivendell to Mordor as well.
I got right. That's just reminded me of when there was I think it was Audi or BMW or Mercedes or one of those like car firms, and they had an advert and it said you can get from Berlin to Warsaw in 1 tank, You can imagine how that went down.
I would have gone the other way around. Like I would have gone from Warsaw to Berlin, just go full communist.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Hey guys, you know the whole Kurt Eichenwald thing? He's already tweeting again, acting like the whole hentai thing never happened. This is fucking gold.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Oh,
found it.
Kurt.
Apparently, Putin signed into law on not April 28th. It just says last Monday, but I can't find when the article's from. But basically, for British citizens, not British citizens, Russian citizens, if they invest in homestead area, they get free 2.5 acres or free tax exemption for 5 years. And for British citizens, it is 4 acres and 500 pounds, as long as you resettle that area and become a Russian citizen.
Wait, why does he want to get British citizens? I thought like Putin's whole shtick was to try to bring Russians back to Russia because so many left after the Cold War.
Apparently, according to this, it's because of a rise in tensions with China, and they want to repopulate that part of Russia to create a barrier and increase Russian and
Basically more white
Russian birth
people.
rates. Yeah, they basically want to create a bigger buffer zone of more people between them and China.
Yeah, because if
Yeah, they
Russia
call it a
ever,
meat shield.
because if Russia ever opened that border, they would just be flooded with so many Chinese.
I remember some people
I
did
just
like
see-
math behind it, and apparently it's not worth it if you have like one person, but if you get like an extended family and you get like 6+ people all moving together and you get, a hefty amount of land, you can actually do pretty well in terms of investment.
I just think of The Sixth Sense with Haley Joel Osment saying, "I see Asian people."
I love the fact that Fox is meant to be running a stream and conversing with us and driving it along and moderating, and he goes and he fucks sheep for a while and passes out, and now that he's finally back, he's only like half fucking interested as he's playing fucking Robot Arena.
Oh yeah, I came back
The
from
sheep
the break.
dragged him back to the keyboard.
Well, it's an easy game to play. Like I was playing Left 4 Dead 2 earlier. Like I was playing a campaign on Xbox.
Oh, so that's where
See
you
how-
were. You were playing fucking games.
No, I
See
wasn't.
how fucking rude is that?
No,
That
I
you
was
know.
playing. I'll tell you, I was
and
playing when I
enjoying
was
time with
talking.
us.
I passed out for an hour because apparently not for an hour, for a few hours. I thought I'd pass out for an hour because apparently I was being too loud in the house.
But that doesn't change the fact that how fucking rude is that? You're supposed to be running the stream
How
and
did you
interacting with us.
pass out
You're
again?
playing fucking games.
Did someone gas you?
No, now he's
I
playing.
think
Now
he
he's
means
playing.
that he fell asleep.
Now he's playing Left 4 Dead 2. Okay.
Left 4 Dead 2 was a
I'm
good
playing
game.
Mega Conflict again.
Yeah, actually, how is the election going?
We don't know because the polls are still
We're
open.
pretty sure a British person will win.
No, I don't know. Jeremy Corbyn could win.
I'm fairly confident that by the end of this election, that Britain will still be British.
Are you sure?
I disagree with that. It's not
Yeah.
British right now.
It's rapidly becoming a bit.
Bit like the third world.
All right, I got a question for you guys. I got a question for
Sorry,
you
mate,
guys.
you need to get
Okay.
away from now so that you can
this
adopt
is-
me and free me from this hell.
I mean,
This might be a bit of a
Should
brain
I
teaser
adopt
for you
you?
guys.
Well, I can. If people wanted to, we could all write in Islamic State if we wanted it.
See, I got a question for you guys, and this might be a bit of a brain teaser depending on your justifications. But if you were forced to vote, and you could only choose between two candidates, who would you choose between Jeremy Corbyn or Sadiq Khan?
Sadiq
Sadiq Khan.
God damn, you give me the choice of voting for a communist or a Muslim. What the fuck, man? What kind of choice is this?
It's easy.
I don't think I could answer that.
Oh God!
I-
Wow.
I have to say Sadiq Khan because at least Muslims can be people. Communist kid.
See, I told you it'd be a brain teaser though, because I mean, Ruffian can't even fucking answer.
I can't even
I
answer
know
either.
I'm literally fucking.
Oh, that
stumped
means
on that
Ruffian's
one.
racist if he's not saying Sadiq
I will
Khan
say,
immediately.
like, Sadiq
Is it because
Khan-
he's brown?
You know what
I will
might
say
be the
for all
worst
his
thing about
flaws-
this election?
I will say, for all his flaws, at least Sadiq Khan is a competent politician, unlike Corbyn.
Ruffian, so
Okay,
you're
okay.
saying...
I probably would go with Sadiq Khan because at least he knows basic maths, which Corbyn with his manifesto has proven quite blatantly that he can't
If you think of London's mayors, none of them have been that good, have they? Like, London's had 3 mayors so far.
Whoa, hang on. Boris Johnson, my dude.
Dude, that guy's literally.
I don't understand his hair.
Love Boris.
It doesn't look like a wig, but it looks like inhuman.
I don't
Yeah,
care
but
what
if
his
you think-
politics are, he's just hilarious.
If you think before
Yeah, Boris Johnson's a
Sorry.
fucking legend.
Right, who would you guys rather vote for? Diane Abbott or Diane Abbott's fat folds?
Diane
Fat
Abbott-
folds.
The folds can't
For
say
fat
stupid
folds.
shit
For
without
fat
pushing
folks
on
don't
them.
have a brain. Well, neither is Diane Abbott, so shit.
Yeah, again, another conundrum.
Apparently Diane Abbott has temporarily stepped down as Shadow Home Secretary. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't heard of her temporarily standing down.
Oh,
I heard she-
apparently it's because you know her massive fuck-ups over the last few weeks.
Yep.
Apparently they're down to a long-term health condition, which means that she's temporarily stepped down.
I replied to
Yeah,
someone's tweet on that, and I said the medical condition is autism.
I would say
honestly,
being a
reminds-
spastic's not a medical
Oh.
condition.
I'll
Yeah,
find it.
yeah, it was a medical condition that made her say, "Mao didn't do nothing."
No, it just reminds me of when people on Encyclopedia Dramatica like act like Spurgs, and then they say, "Oh, it was just a social experiment."
My ass.
That
Her health-
social
It was a social
experiment cost
experiment.
the
We got
lives of
communists
70
elected.
million people.
Diane Abbott's health condition is her fat. It literally
here we go.
invaded her. It literally invaded her brain.
All right, what time is it in Britain right now?
It
Like,
is,
when-
6.
It's British time.
We've got 4 hours till the polls shut.
4 hours.
What is it like? What is it like 7 o'clock? 6.
It's 6.
p.m.
So technically
And
speaking,
so it's
if I
banging
remember,
in the house.
if I remember correctly, technically it's still happy hour.
Diane Abbott, I will rejoin the fray soon.
She's going to the front lines against ISIS. I'm so happy.
Look at that face. That really is. That's just. This is what happens to an SJW 10 years
Every
after they leave
nostril is
university.
bigger than my eyeball.
Was not well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, that was the.
yeah, she was not
Someone
well.
says if some liberals had been making the same jokes about white Christians and alt-right members, you guys would be up in arms. No?
Of course, Diane
Wait,
is
what?
somebody that works extremely hard and
We're all
represents our community
disgusting,
very well.
apparently.
Yeah, someone in chat. If some liberals had been making the same jokes about white Christians and alt-right members, you guys would be up in arms. No, we
Like,
wouldn't.
no.
No.
We'd be-
I'm in the alt-right. They've been making jokes about the alt-right. I don't fucking care if they
We'd be
make
doing-
jokes.
We'd be doing the same we are now. We'd be cracking jokes and making.
We do make jokes about the alt right.
The alt-right makes jokes about the alt-right. We say we're a bunch of basement-dwelling, LARPing fascists who cuddle anime body pillows crying to sleep because we don't have girlfriends. I mean,
Well,
we make
that's true.
so many fucking jokes at our own expense. What are you talking about, dude?
Well, they're better at making fun of themselves than the actual opposition are, to be fair.
Yeah, they are.
At least the alt-right has that beautiful aspect to them of having actual shitlords in their ranks.
Yo, guys, about the Kurt Eichenwald hentai thing. He actually tweeted this. Okay, I'm a dumbass. Believe it or not, my kids and I were trying to convince my wife that tentacle porn existed. I tried to find something to show her it was real, but I couldn't find it.
Bullshit!
I ended up with this. My family reads my Twitter feed, so they know this is true. While hentai, until now I thought it was called manga, was on the screen. Part of the search was to prove my wife's tentacle porn exists. Woo!
What?
Have you
I
got
call
to be
so
on the
much
wind up?
bullshit Kurt Eichenwald needs his nipples exposed.
Can someone tell me what this is about? Did Kurt Eichenwald like?
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Fox. Wait, Fox. I'll explain it. So basically, Kurt Eichenwald, playing the perpetual victim, says he got a sign in the mail saying "Jews control the world," and it was a picture of Jews burning the world and everything like that. And someone said that's fake. Show pics. So he showed a pic in front of his computer screen, you know, doing a timestamp. But in his tabs on his browser, he had a fucking link to GE hentai of a fucking hentai comic that has like milfs and like lactation and all this other fucking bullshit. And so now he's like, I'm trying to convince my wife, I'm looking at tentacles. Dude, the porn you had open didn't even have fucking tentacles in it. It had like milfs, lactation,
Guys,
and like
can I-
smelling and shit.
Well, that
Very
actually reminds me of. Are you familiar with JBL, the wrestler and now commentator? I remember he posted something on Twitter, and in the background it was like a bunch of. He was looking at muscly women who were naked or some shit like that.
Oh, I am literally lightheaded right now. Oh my God.
Can I share with you guys my conspiracy theory?
Okay.
No.
All right, Fox, click my screen share so everyone can see it. Right, you see that? That's Jeremy Corbyn in 1984, right? Explain this. Look at that.
Well, I'll tell you who he reminds me of right now. Like I made the comparison earlier. He reminds me of Dr. Breen from Half-Life 2.
It's a conspiracy.
Like I could just imagine if Corbyn wins, he's going to set up those screens around London, going, "Welcome to City 17."
Damn, I'm screen capping these Kurt Eichenwald tweets. These are too fucking funny.
Please do, and share them with the world.
What is with embarrassing stuff in journalists recently? Didn't what's his name, Poe Joseph Watson, like post a picture of like his son and his nipples were huge too?
No.
Doesn't Watson have a disability where he eats pepper?
Yeah.
Well, it's like an eating disorder or
I'm
something.
so confused as to what that's about.
Right.
Why do we trust these kinds of fucking people to disseminate news?
I agree.
map,
Gas
Paul.
journalists too.
Eat the map.
Body slam the journalist.
Going
Oh,
back to
have you seen that picture circular? Have you seen that picture?
I'll be back in a wee bit. Okay, have fun, guys.
Have you seen that?
I'm upset
picture
he
of Alex
apologized
Jones
for
and
that.
Paul Joseph
He
Watson
apolo-
of them
Wait,
together.
What now?
That picture of Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson together, and Paul Joseph Watson's just standing over him.
And then Alex Jones
Outside,
pointing
yeah.
at something.
That's a really weird picture. I was like, Paul Joseph Watson is
Oh, yeah.
tall, man.
I
He's really
saw
tall.
that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
he's
in
like
some-
6'3".
I saw that, and somebody captioned it. Name a more
And taller
dynamic
than
couple.
him.
Name a more dynamic couple.
I didn't realize how tall Paul Joseph Watson was because you only see his head in his videos. So
Like, it was
I
always,
just
I
thought he
always
was shorter.
thought, I always thought he was kind of tall. Like from what I saw of him, like
I didn't expect him to be like towering above other people though. Like
Mainstream.
Can you believe how tall Ben Shapiro is? He's almost 4 foot.
Come on. Come on, Spino. I expected better than this.
what's Spino
Don't you dare compare me to Spino. That's an insult in the highest order.
What the fuck is Spino up to now?
Oh my god, I think I've just seen it.
You've seen where Spino is?
Jesus. Is that it?
Oh, come
Really?
on, Spino.
wait, what is it?
Oh,
Remember, guys, he's an anti-tribalist.
Oh my fucking god!
Wait, what is
Get
it?
that out of here.
Link in the chat. Link in the chat.
You know, he wouldn't bother me so much if he didn't try and push himself as an anti-tribalist.
Guys,
Because he clearly
save,
isn't.
someone save that tweet right now.
I'm
Save
wondering
that in
how much
case
longer
Corbyn
this will
loses.
last.
Oh,
Save that in
fuck.
case he loses. Save that tweet right now.
Oh, don't worry. I'm screen capping.
Good,
Good God.
This has been like the best
Well, look,
fucking.
I can't even tell if he's doing ironically.
So far.
Oh, he's definitely
There's,
not being
there's
ironic.
nothing ironic in
Because
Spino.
a couple of days ago,
Soros shit. I'm
A
being
couple of
ironic.
days ago, he challenged Sargon to a debate over the parties.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I said no offense. Like,
Why?
because
Why
the
would
Labour-
he?
but I said no offense, but Sargon would destroy you. A, because Sargon is actually getting quite good at debates, and B, because Labour are fucking dog shit right now.
But the rightist. Don't you?
Actually,
The right.
Fox, what I was going to say is, like, I'm really disappointed in the Lib Dems because I thought that when Theresa May called the election, they would actually try and rise out as, like, the party who wanted hard Brexit and the better bits of what Corbyn wanted to do.
Oh God,
And
Spino
it's
did another one.
And it's like they just all they did was just lie on their arse and do nothing. And I was just
We're
like,
here if you want us.
Have always been the most pro-Europe party. Always.
Well,
No,
no,
he's
it's,
just out at me
not,
now.
it's just the stupid thing that the Liberal Democrats did, which I'm not entirely against, but I think it's electoral poison, is saying that they wanted a second referendum. That, to me, is completely
But why? All right,
Someone
but what's
link me to
Spino do now?
Spino's Twitter. Someone link me to it. I want to.
Link in the chat.
What, Spino's tweet?
What's the second thing he did?
Someone put in the chat the first anti-tribalist was Mohammed.
Oh, there's another one! There's
Where's the
another
link to the other
one!
one?
He's done a Game of Thrones one. He's got a whole set of them.
Oh my God, no!
Links to both are in the chat.
He's
Oh
done,
God.
He's done a Game of Thrones one. I think
Right,
that's
he's
gonna
made a
stop
comparison
the
to
people attack and
Obi-Wan.
die.
Oh God.
Oh,
And God, the fucking New European did that. That is the most cringy paper now. Like, I used to read the New European, and now it's just the amount of cringe. It's literally like your drunk mother trying to be down with the kids. That is what the New European is. to
No,
me.
these are awful. I'm
Holy
looking at Spino's feed. He's done loads of them. They're awful.
Holy shit! I just remembered.
Look
Spino
through
blocked
Spino's
me.
feed. Look through his speed. His speed. His feed.
I can't. I just remembered he
Fucking
blocked
lag.
me. Do you want to know why he blocked me? I tweeted at him once, and I tweeted him one image.
Fuck.
Oh God, what did you do?
What would I miss?
Oh, God,
I was going
tweeted
because
him.
my fucking phone
All right.
lagged.
All right, here's his Twitter page. Look at the autism here.
I swear to
Well,
God.
I guess the name Alternative Facts rings true, huh?
Look at that.
I'll have to get him on again at some point just so he can defend his case. We can do another trial.
Look.
Speaking of trials, actually, I really wanted to get Robin Getting on to do a trial of Robin Getting.
Oh yeah,
That would be the
that was-
most unproductive.
This one personally offends me because I'm a Halo fan.
Oh wow.
Oh, wait, what's he done with the Halo one?
It feels like it just. These memes are subpar.
Skyrim.
How many times do I have to say it? The left cannot meme.
No, they can't.
Is
They
he really
can't.
making an arrow in the knee joke in 2017?
oh my!
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
come on!
Spino, you're better than that. You're better than that.
No, he
And
isn't.
it's like I don't.
Right.
Apparently,
He hasn't even written it in a way that's like catchy either, has he? Like, look at how awkwardly that's written.
Right,
Spino,
game.
I don't actually have a personal.
Corbyn
grudge
is
against
responsible for
Spino.
all the arrows
Yeah,
to the
I
guards
still
and
like
these sirens.
Spino. I've actually met him in real life, and he is a nice guy. It's just...
Yeah.
Well, he annoys me because he will not listen to us. It's the thing.
No.
He won't introspect. He just, and I'm getting fed up of it now. And
Well,
it's a
Spino's,
it's like kind
Spino's
of
one of those
like-
people who he reminds me a lot of like people like in a certain way, like Steve Shives or that one janitor or Christy Winters.
No,
They are so bunkered in their own certitude.
Inoculated.
he's more tolerable than Steve Shives. He's more
Well,
tolerable.
everybody- well,
He doesn't
everybody's-
stop talking to you. Spino keeps talking forever.
Everybody,
can at
everybody.
least, I will say Spino can at least admit when he's wrong. And I remember when Robin Getting was spurging out at me and Kraut on Twitter, like he at least sort of said, "Can you actually calm down, Robin? Because you're not doing anything productive." Like he's got his limits, to be fair.
Yeah,
he
but
does.
they're
He
like
does,
way beyond what at least
But
seems
he
reasonable.
said-
He does have his limits, but that was my entire point. Was that he does kind of bunker in his own certitude,
Mm.
and
This
it just
amazed me.
he a lot of the time he just refuses to admit that
he
maybe he's
actually
wrong.
he actually accused me of appealing to introspection. Like he said, you're just trying to get me to appeal. This is just an appeal to introspection. And
What?
it's just like,
Is that even a
fallacy now?
logical fallacy?
That's not a fallacy, David. That's not a fallacy. Yes, Yes, I'm appealing to your sense of introspection. I make no apology for that. What the
Basically,
fuck's that
Yeah,
about?
what's wrong with introspection? What's wrong with thinking, okay, I might be wrong in this. Let's have a good long think
he
about
just-
it.
because if
won't.
you look inside, a rightist might be in there.
Yes.
But what I just posted
It's
in
like-
the thing,
what I
that's
would
one
really
thing I tweeted to Spino when he blocked me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'd be interested to do is see like is talk to people like that and see if they can admit that they have like ethnocentric parts. Because it's like you can't sit there and say that like none of you is ethnocentric. You're just lying. Like, and I'm not saying that it justifies anything horrible or whatever, but like it's
apparently
like
this was,
you can't just it's like saying that I don't have any part to me that like is attracted to attractive women. It's just like
He's in the chat.
Apparently, this here was the.
I think we've got a full
this was-
stream right now,
image
but I
in
would
question.
invite you,
It's
Spine.
the one image I tweeted.
This is the image in question that got you blocked.
Hang on. No,
The fat man turned to the
disguised
left.
as an appeal to introspection. No, you also dismissed it as an appeal to introspection, and no, it wasn't
what is-
disguised though.
I
I wasn't
seriously
trying to
don't know
tone
what
police
is
you.
wrong
I
with
was appealing to a sense
introspection,
of
to be
introspection.
Mm.
I'm saying you're being
Apparently-
disingenuous. No, you just saw me being disingenuous. You just saw me being disingenuous because you don't listen. This is what annoys me. This is why I started subtweeting you. It's just, come on.
Spino, I'll give you the link if you want to defend yourself in the.
Is this going to turn
I'm
to a
the
fucking roast?
Can't
Holy
wait for this.
shit.
I'm indifferent to the idea.
God damn. This is going to turn to a fucking roast.
I am indifferent to the idea.
It's gonna be fine.
No, like it's not going to be as bad as the trial.
And
Oh, he's
look,
here.
it's Mr. Incest. Mr. Incest is also
What?
in that.
Oh my god, Spino is to the right of me.
Everyone's to the left of me, so I don't know what that says.
And I'm on the
Like,
far
left of
right.
me.
Appropriate.
Yeah. You know, I don't understand. How did Spino get so popular? All I see from his no offense,
Should
his
probably stop
concept-
calling him Spino. Come on, it's
Yeah,
David.
I know. But how did this? Look, let's be honest. His content is nothing really
He
original.
is in the hangout.
I know he's listening to this, but
He's
no
in
offense,
the hangout.
I don't care if he's listening.
I know that he is. I know he's probably listening to this, but
He's
like,
literally in the hangout. He's gonna
I know.
Okay then.
Holy
Okay. Oh, no, I can
shit.
take it. I can take it. Come on.
Okay, right. Your content, Spino, is look. It's nothing. There's nothing really original about it. All
No.
it is just you've
I'm
got some
using my-
special
No.
connections to hire YouTubers, and that's it.
No, I disagree.
Bullshit.
Disagree.
No, I think Spino does have something to offer because he criticizes whether or not he does it well is debatable. I think in some ways he actually does do it well, in other ways not so well. But I think he does criticize an area of YouTube that doesn't get criticized enough, unless it's by the retards on the
So do I.
And even
So do
before,
I,
and
Scott.
even before that, I have always, since the advent of my channel, been raising issues that a lot of other people are ignoring.
Excuse me. while I
Thank you,
get the
Mr.
pop-
Activist.
Yes.
Excuse me while I get the popcorn.
No,
Wait, one at a time, please.
I'm genuinely being honest here. But how many of these YouTubers were consistently raising men's rights issues?
You know
Badges?
that I
Honey
raise
badges?
awareness campaigns every other day on change.org.
The honey badgers were raising men's rights issues.
Yeah, I know the honey badgers were.
Yeah, well, they were whining about 90% of the time. Honey badgers are whining about fucking irrelevant issues.
yeah, but at least they're making the effort to
Random
actually talk
accounts.
about it.
They are,
Doesn't he?
but I have to admit they
No, 'cause if you say that you bring up issues that are not that you're talking about issues that no one ever did.
I'm not saying no one. I'm not saying no one. I'm just saying a lot of other people.
Okay,
I'm
well,
saying
okay, let me make my point then. So, if you're saying that you're raising issues that not many other people did, right? Then, in the light, you could say that they were irrelevant. So, to say that the honey badgers were raising irrelevant issues, it doesn't seem sensible to me.
No, I'm saying that the honey badgers weren't necessarily always raising men's rights issues.
Guys,
a lot of the time
because
they were
they're a
complaining
channel-
about like feminist fucking commercials and shit.
yeah, guys.
And doing like movie analysis from a gender perspective.
Guys.
That is stuff that is completely pointless. I was talking about like actual legal discrimination.
Yeah, because I'll give you that, to be honest, because the reason why I found your channel is because of like some men's rights videos that popped up.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'll give
to
you
be
that.
honest, when I first heard of you, Spino, I heard of you from a few live streams that you did with the honey badgers. That's how I came across your channel. But when I actually met you at that, that thing in Birmingham, it was a general shock because, like, I didn't know that you would generally look like the guy in the profile. That was a bit of a shock to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
By the way, guys, Robin is going to do a stream on the election at 8.
No one cares.
Anyone cares.
No, nobody cares.
You can join this stream if you want, and then he can act condescending to people here.
Like the first live stream I ever did was the open house, but I've grown since then.
We move beyond that. We are all
I'm
part of something better
actually
here.
quite tired, so I'm probably going to go to sleep soon.
The guys.
I think
I told you before. Spino, I told you again, man. Weak. Fucking weak.
Just remember, guys.
All right,
perhaps not.
Dave,
I've been up since I've been up since fucking midnight.
Campaigning for Corbyn. He needs every vote he can get.
Sort yourself out, bucko!
Spino, Corbyn sent me a text message. You need to go back out on the corner. He needs more money for his election campaign.
I was going to say about
last minute call.
There's also the Hezbollah recruitment sign.
Hang on a sec.
Dave, I should clarify. I don't really hate you or have anything personally against you. I quite like you. It's just on Twitter, some of the things you say are immensely annoying. All right? Right? Are we good?
That is partially the intention.
Yeah, are we good?
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's satire, it's 100% A-okay.
So we'll probably...
Guys, maybe it's just a meme.
Yeah. My hashtag last minute Corbyn smears are like they're partially a joke, and
I hope
like,
they're partly self-deprecating. I hope.
Yeah, they are partially self-deprecating.
Spino, all I'll say to you is that you're a channel that is a very genuine, like, rare thing, because even though you don't have, the amount of subscribers that the other YouTubers have, you seem to have all these connections with them. And generally, what I would love, I'd love to be in the position that you'd be in. I'd love to have all these connections with these big YouTubers, even though that my channel is.
Well, I'm blocked by some of them now, so just.
Yeah, but at least you
have
had
one single picture. One picture, instant block. Steve Shives.
Yeah, at least you had, like, those solid connections. You got it.
Else here blocked by Paul Joseph Watson.
I haven't been blocked by Steve Shives yet on my new account.
I'm still trying to get that PJW block. I want to get that one.
I'm still not blocked by
Steve
Steve Shives.
Shives and
If you want to
Nazi
get blocked by
outfit.
him, just
I'm
So
blocked
I'm
by
gonna
Steve
post that
Shives.
and get blocked.
I wasn't blocked by Steve.
I think it needs to be.
It's
I think it
amazing.
needs to be understood, though, Spino, that the minute that Steve Shives chooses to unblock you, we'll know the truth.
I think he has done, hasn't he?
Has unblocked me.
Yeah,
I follow
I
him
thought
on Twitter.
Well,
Now we're getting it sorted.
Getting back in Steve Shives' good graces.
Gotcha.
I think he's taken off his block bot because a lot of people weren't blocked by him anymore.
No, I'll tell you what's happened, because me and Naskatan were watching a stream of his yesterday.
Yeah, he did he was on a stream 2 days ago saying this shit.
I think I know
Basically, what he said. Hang on, he was saying that when people bring it up to him, people like his followers suggest people that should be unblocked, and then he makes then he unblocks them. So what I think has happened is one of these sort of social justice leaning people have said, "Hey, unblock Spino."
No. He doesn't.
Spino's pretty cool. You should unblock him.
When some of his followers or something bring up to Steve, oh, maybe you should unblock this person or something like that. He doesn't just do it. What he said in the stream was essentially that, he takes it into consideration and maybe he'll review their timeline and everything, see what they have.
Well, it might be something else, because Riley Dennis has just unblocked a bunch of people as well, and apparently, don't know, fact figure this out. What happened is they're all subscribed to the same massive block bot, and about a week ago, Lacey Green was added to that block bot, so they've all started using it.
Amazing.
They all hate Lacey
I
Green
was
right
also,
now. They
yeah,
all
I was
fucking
also
hate her.
unblocked by Ryder Dennis, so it's probably that.
Yeah,
It's
that
probably
was.
that
She's unblocked a
that being
bunch of
unsubbed
people.
from the
She's
block
unblocked
button.
me. She's unblocked me, and it's because we were all on this big block bot that they were all
Yeah.
subscribed
Was
to.
it a Gamergate
That
one?
honestly-
Because
that
I used to be on an old
reminds me, I need
Gamergate
to-
one.
That also
No.
reminds me, I need to check back in. I need to see if Francesca Ramsey has reblocked me.
I'm just sad that I didn't get Leslie Green to say the 14 words in that stream with Jeff Holiday. That's a genuine loss.
Guys, did you all
Oh,
see
please,
that
Republic.
meme?
I got an Israeli Jew to say the 14 words. Get on my level.
Did you all see that Lacey Green meme I put out a couple of days ago?
Yeah, it was
What,
pretty
with the
good.
cousin fucking one? Or
The one that currently has 6,100 likes.
Yeah, it was the
Arthur,
icons.
can you stop digging
Oh, that one
nails
was
into
brilliant.
me?
That one was quite amusing.
Who's dipping their balls into Fox?
I stole it.
My
I
cat
didn't
is
make that
digging
meme.
his nails into me.
I actually stole that meme from some random guy. I feel as though he got a kind of a bad deal.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how popular my tweet is now.
Yeah, wow.
I put it out, and like 10 seconds later, you retweeted it, Keck. And I think that was what started it.
It didn't sound
That's
on
probably what
retweeted
did
as well.
start it.
I saw him like it. I'm not sure if he retweeted it. But I know Sean had
Yeah, but if
retweeted
you
it.
likes it, it comes up in other people's feed because Twitter feeds you like
Yeah,
other shit
and
that
then
people like.
Lacey retweeted it.
Holy shit.
And then IMC retweeted it.
Oh god.
And then
Yeah.
Lacey quote tweeted it again.
Oh my god.
So
Wow.
yeah,
It was a pretty on point meme though. It was pretty good.
and I didn't even make it. But I did make the one, the political compass one that triggered the shit out of Creationist Cat.
Oh wow.
Well, it's not.
Wait, you
easy.
did
It's
call
not
him.
hard
You
to.
did call him like extremely
Yes, I did that on
illiterate,
purpose.
so
I did that on purpose. Yeah.
Hmm.
I knew it would annoy him, and it did. So yes, I deserve some blame for the way he reacted.
Well, it's not hard to really.
No, he does need to work on taking a little bit of flack, doesn't he? He really freaks out.
Yeah, you remember that in the trial of Spino, he basically flipped out saying, when I told him to shut up impromptu because I wanted to make a general point about the stream, and he's just got like, dude, come on, really? You know, his own way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't
yeah.
watched that. Did he use the voice in the video too?
No. Because he insists that they're separate. It's really stupid. He always refers to it as, oh, me and Cece. Me and Cece. He still keeps up this stupid role-playing thing, even now that he's been doxxed.
He is quite literally a furry.
Yeah.
You're a furry, aren't you, probably?
Creationist
furry,
has a
Fox?
fursona.
You're a furry, aren't you, Fox? Are you? I don't know.
Well, is Teal Deer a furry?
Technically speaking, Teal Deer is not a furry. Foxman West is not a furry. The only furry here is me.
Yeah.
Furries are on my gulag list.
Yeah,
That's fine.
furries get the helicopter.
It's growing all the time. People on my gulag
You know what?
list.
That's perfectly
What if they're
fine
in a
with me.
bat suit? They can fly. We can't use helicopter.
Furries, people who play ringtones on buses.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Right, people who walk slowly but act like they walk quickly are my pet peeve. It's like stop walking slowly and then
So
acting like you
people
walk
who walk
quickly.
slowly. So black people using the crosswalk.
What the fuck?
I think I lived in the Middle East, and it's more annoying there because it's usually the women who do it, and then you can't tap them on the shoulder because then they'll get angry at you. It's
Wait,
like
what part in the Middle East did you live in?
Dubai.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know how fucking annoying it is to just see them walk. They're walking a line. They don't even. It's like they just block the entire car and they just walk so slowly. You almost want to pull out a gun and just blow their heads off.
Spino left.
yeah.
The stream was too fascist for his liking.
Well, no, he said he was
Yeah.
going. But yeah,
did say he was
he came in the chat and he accused me of misrepresenting him. So I thought, shit.
Hey guys, check out this tweet from Sagan of Akkad.
Yeah, let's see it.
Is,
Oh god.
It's in the chat.
Well, honestly, somebody said at the start of the stream when I
Oh my god!
Wow.
What
What
is
is it?
naming?
Well,
Wow.
But I had Sturkle
Oh, God,
and
none of this.
Spino on at first, and people were saying it was
Wait,
too
what
left
was
wing.
the tweet? What the fuck was so
For
funny?
many, it's in the chat here.
Let's see how funny it is.
I will do the screen share thing again. Fear not.
I've already seen
I
it.
can't believe it. The madman, he did it.
Oh yeah, he tweeted that yesterday, and some of the lefties
Yeah.
got pissed at him. They
Oh,
couldn't. They didn't like the joke.
Oh my god.
Look at the
God
smug
damn it,
face.
Sargon.
Look
That
at
is
Sargon's
fantastic.
smug face.
Look at that fucking face.
That is the best thing I've ever seen.
For
Yeah.
the many,
Yeah.
not the Jew. For the many, not the Jew.
Yeah, this is kind of why I stopped watching him. It's kind of like, dude, with that fucking face and you, every single time someone dismisses you, just go kill yourself.
I don't even care. That smug, shitty little face with that
Oh
smug,
god, did anyone
shitty little
see
grin as he
the
takes
Trident
his
video
hat out?
he made?
That is a smug, shitty grin.
The Trident video he made with the GoPro.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have any
Walking
criticism
around outside.
Sargon
Oh, yeah.
Muslims.
So, any advanced polls on the election?
Well, the
Um,
polls don't even shut for 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours.
Fuck my
Are there any,
Wi-Fi.
I will
Are
say
there,
my
are there any
favorite
estimated?
videos
Are
is
there,
where he's
are there any
climbing
estimations on
walls.
the exit polls?
Yeah.
I will have a look.
Have you seen
Yeah,
Sargon's
but-
videos on him climbing walls and stuff like that?
Oh,
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
funny.
what's up with that?
Well,
No, he's just hanging around with his mates.
I
isn't he?
skipped
on
those
his-
videos.
on his second
I skipped the
channel, he
videos of
just
him
sort of-
gaming or anything like that.
He just posts whatever to it though. Like it's not meant to be a.
No.
His Think Free channel.
That's
is
honestly his best
entertaining.
channel.
It's
He's
like
a
his
funnier
off-the-cuff
shit poster.
shit.
His shitposting channel is entertaining with the Polish politician. That Polish dude, Mickey, it was so funny.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He
I
straight
love
up
every
said-
video where he shits on Corbyn. Just what are you doing? And it's so
Well,
perfectly.
they did that. They did that live stream. I can't remember all who was in it, but I know Kraut was there, and Sargon brought up that thing about
Whoa,
how
hang
he
on.
went to this party with like a
Whoa, hang
like
on. There's a
terrorists or
guy in
something,
the
and
chat.
he
There's
called
a
it-
guy in the chat saying Steve Shives has been suspended.
Really?
What?
He blocked too many people. He blocked Jack and Jackson. Like, not seeing him.
It wouldn't surprise me, but there's that one stream Sargon was doing it.
No, he hasn't
mentioned this.
been.
He mentioned this party or something
Not that I can
that
see.
Corbyn was at with like some bunch of terrorists,
What you doing?
and he
you
called
bums?
it poignant. And then the best part of that stream is when Sargon just goes, Jeremy.
Jeremy!
Jeremy, you fucking idiot.
Jeremy speaking class today. Again.
No, I would like Jeremy to be in charge.
Well, apparently, no.
Yeah.
Steve isn't locked for me.
It'd be catastrophic if he was in charge.
Let me
One of my favorite
clarify what I said. That was the second funniest part in the stream. The funniest part is when Kraut was talking about Die Linke and mentioned how they will do
They
speeches.
went
in front
into
of,
Parliament and they
how
said
they'll do
Stalin did
speeches in
nothing
front
wrong.
of. Yeah.
Video of his
No,
was,
Stalin didn't do anything wrong.
Do you want the link, Crafty? I can invite you in. I think there's room.
Spino bailed.
Yeah, there's room for one more.
There's room. Hang
So,
on, I'll
with
just send it in.
Spino's defense, did it convince you all? Do you think he's the moral, upstanding grand citizen that Jeremy Corbyn
Did he even
deserves
make
as
one?
vice president?
No.
No.
Jeremy Corbyn will get the helicopter first.
We have to fly all the way over to the British Isles to get him, but it's worth it.
You know,
Oh, he's at work. All
there
right.
was a way Mussolini did some. You know, here's what Mussolini wanted to do with all the Jews and the gays. He just wanted to just dump them on an island.
Yeah. We've heard of that.
Good, fine.
Well,
Why
better
not
to
just-
dump them on an
come
island
on,
than put them in fucking gas chambers.
It's fucking cheaper than using a helicopter. I mean, first of all, you need to train people to use a helicopter. With an island, just dump them there by boat.
Now I'll be the
Newsflash:
pilot. I'm an
Italians
expert.
never know how to use helicopters. They
Well,
must be.
what's
honest,
more?
I'm still
What is
convinced
the
that
cheaper and more effective method to just dump all the fags on an island, or to build the complete and complicated infrastructure needed to cook them all and gas them?
Huh? I wonder what would be the most
dump it on an
efficient
island.
means.
I am still
Could-
convinced
I mean, feeding them is expensive, guys. You gotta
The most
account for the
cost-effective.
food costs. Where are the gays and Jews
Building all
gonna
these
eat?
camps. Is that the most efficient way?
The most cost efficient, I said.
Ugh, American trends in my Twitter trending trap.
They'll go away eventually.
I cannot be reasonably expected to care about America for longer than 3 months each 4 years. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm almost on the verge of that as well.
Well, to be perfectly fair, most Americans can't be bothered either.
And that's perfectly nationalistic and perfectly fine. Good.
Yeah.
My only concern, actually, with European politics is, one, trade routes, two, Muslims taking over and getting a hold of nuclear arms. Then we have to go into some military intervention strategy.
Oh. I'm just worried about in 50 years' time, Islam is going to be the #1 religion with its growing numbers.
Undoubtedly. Unless we
Yeah.
have some kind of, unless we can orchestrate a mass atheistic bread killing, then yeah.
Well,
Or just carpet bombing to death.
Well, in that circumstance, it needs to be understood that that's the perfect time for a new final solution.
But then,
I'll
tell you.
Okay, I'll lead in this. I'll make Vlad the Impaler look like a Muslim lover.
Here's what we do. We invade the Middle East, make it one country, put me in charge. You know the police they have in Saudi Arabia? It's called the Department of Protection of Virtue and Preservation of Vice.
It's vice and virtue.
Switch them fucking around and make the police force them to eat pork every day, booze every day, force them to fucking watch pornography every day, make them fat and lazy, and there you go. And demolish all the mosques.
Here's an idea. Why don't we just exterminate the Sunnis and just replace them with the Shiites?
Shiites are no better. They're literally no better.
Yeah, well, they are significantly better because
they're only better because they're the minority.
I will kill you with this axe, and I will kill you with this hatchet. Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love how there's so many people who dick ride Iran because it's like, oh, they're not as bad as Saudi Arabia. Well, the thing is, Iran funds Shia uprisings across the fucking world. Like,
I just want to develop a bomb that has the power of a nuke without the radiation. Just that's the
I'm
solution.
not dick-riding Iran, but I would say that they're far superior to Saudi Arabia. But that's only because Saudi Arabia are fucking cancer, probably the worst country in the world right now.
Oh, it is. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and we keep doing, and the West keeps doing fucking deals with them, which pisses me off. Like,
why can't we do them with
hit?
Russia? Why can't we do oil deals with Russia? Like, why do we have to alienate Russia? We have more.
Yo, that's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah, I've never understood what the problem is with Russia, like what the massive problem is with Russia, because as long as
they need an enemy to keep up the Cold War, and they don't want to Islam or Jews.
Alex Jones would say that because Russia is Christian, and the lefties want to take it out because of it.
Oh, right. Lord Ashcroft has put his election prediction in.
Oh God, he better be right.
Oh
boy,
Corbyn with 100% of the vote.
Right, no, I've got it.
If it's not Jeb Bush winning 100% of the vote, it's not reliable.
Right, I've got it.
Yeah.
If turnout matches the 2015 general election, Conservative majority 78. If turnout matches the EU referendum, Conservative majority 52. Self-reported likely 2017 turnout, Conservative majority 96. Combined probabilistic estimate, Conservative majority 76. So, yeah.
I would like to see 96 to just see Labour just commit Sudoku.
Is that a gain of 96?
But interestingly, none of them put Labour below 200.
Is that a gain of 96 though? Like, what's the?
That's how large the majority would be. At the moment, it's 10.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's 10, but it's functionally 14, I think, because the Sinn Féin MPs refuse to take their seats.
Who's this guy you got this prediction from?
Lord Ashcroft. He's the guy who did the big 12,000 person EU referendum. Why did you vote poll?
Oh, okay.
But I would like to interject. I read a very interesting perspective on this from Third Position, and he was basically making the argument that Labour really, they aren't trying to actually win this election. They're trying to be...
Yeah, that was on a thread that I was in, I think.
Yeah. Hang on, did you say Third Position?
Yeah.
Isn't that the... Is that the Twitter account I think it is?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, probably the evil Nazi. But anyways,
yeah,
he was basically posturing that they weren't actually trying to win the election. They were trying to create an ideological movement that would, basically subvert politics and basically, in their idea, create the revolution that
Oh
Mitch
shit, that
McDonald
guy's
talked
following
about.
me on Twitter too. Nice.
Oh yeah.
You should follow him back.
Yeah,
Some good
third
stuff.
position. A news journo outlet focusing on an ethnocentric future.
Their pin
6
tweet
followers
is,
you know, including Republic of Keck and Sargon of Akkad.
Yeah, me and
their pin tweet.
No, hang on, because that only counts as one, because me and Sargon are the same person, remember?
Oh, yeah, voice modulation.
Sargon, debate me on Islam. You said you would, but yet you won't fucking do it. It's been like a month.
Republic, you sound more like Uzulu than you do Sargon.
He is no, but everyone. The joke is that everyone from the start of the creation of my account thought I was Sargon, and still do.
No,
I actually did when you first started. I thought it was
Uzulu
just
does sound like Sargon, but he sounds much more purposeful. Like he's really,
Like he's not high all the time.
Well, Uzulu just sounds to me he's a bit of a puppet to Sargon, if I'm being honest. He does act kind of like his right-hand man in an essence.
What
point? Is he like Sargon's? Sargon's.
Is he like
head
Sargon's
goes and
son?
beats up?
Are you saying that Uzulu's a Marxist Sargonist?
No.
Sargonian Marxism.
Sargon
That was never
goes
funny.
around with a baseball bat and beats
I can
up
tell you.
Tom
I can tell you
Bloken.
one point where they differ though, because Uzulu, he might be for like insurance-based healthcare system, which
Yeah,
I
he
am.
said he didn't like the
completely
NHS. I don't like the NHS either. I know that's a sacred cow, but I just butchered it.
You know what? I could invite Uzulu in, but he's away from my
Aw.
Discord.
Jesus Christ! This
Was it
account-
true? Was it true that Kraut was on this stream?
Yeah, he was earlier.
I'd like him to come on if there's
This
any
account, man, third position.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
No.
Yeah.
If you can't vote brown, vote red. Is their stance on the election?
Okay.
They're making fun of the Daily Stormer thing who endorsed Jeremy Corbyn. Believe me, it's a meme. I'm quite sure. Yeah.
Oh, the third position, their pinned tweet says, "Vote Corbyn or UKIP. Accelerationism or protest. Do not feed the lying Tory vampires."
Yeah.
Exactly, and
I nearly took the Daily Stormer and put it to my Facebook feed and said, "Well, all you Corbyn voters, now how do you feel?"
Wait,
But,
you guys know the Daily Stormer has their own sponsor now? It's Smurf Electrical from Australia, and their logo is literally Pepe the Frog in an SS uniform outside of a concentration camp
with electricity.
Look this shit up. Look this shit up right now. You will fucking die.
Wow.
Our memes will take over the market.
You say that's a company. What do they do?
Like I said, Smurf Electrical, man.
Oh.
They provide the lighting inside the gas chambers.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it would be a bit awkward if they were plumbing. It's like, yeah, we'll fix your shower for you.
Yeah.
Apparently, this Kurt Eisenwald thing, it wasn't technically anime porn.
It was hentai. I mean, I can
apparently, it wasn't technically anime porn because it isn't animated. It is manga porn.
Fuck off.
I genuinely don't really know what this is about. Everyone is on about it. It's just America. I don't care.
Yeah, guys. So Smurf Electrical, Brisbane electrician, domestic and commercial electricians. There is no God but CAC.
Well, at least it's original.
Yeah, Brisbane, fucking tradie sponsoring a prominent neo-Nazi website.
But
This is
I
so
have
fucking
received,
good.
received a direct message, and you might find this quite interesting.
Steve Shive once on stream.
Hammer and sickle posters in primary school polling station.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Right, now we need to gas children.
But no, think about it.
God's sake.
No, think about that. Education has always been a leftist and arguably even a socialist bubble.
Yeah, but
Guys, I sent the link to the group.
Yeah, but it's just
doesn't need reformation, you know.
Actually, in the 60s, there were some teachers. I remember reading about this. I think it was in the 60s. inside the National Union of Teachers, there was an extremist group of Marxists who were trying to use the education system to undermine class by indoctrinating children.
Yeah, they are. That's debatable.
See, that is one very good argument for why, like, tolerance of private schools and stuff is probably a good idea, because occasionally there are some people who are just going to be like, "You're wealthy. I don't need to educate you."
Well, the thing is, some private schools are no better. Like, there's I know someone who goes to a private school that's supposed to be a Catholic school, but it's like, I mean, it's literally the most degenerate fucking school ever.
Of course, it's a Catholic
Like,
school.
it's an all-boys school.
Well, you have to bear in mind when I lived in Sacramento, California, there were a lot of people I knew who went to the Jesuit all-boys high school, and you would not believe how much absolutely just rampant, ass plowing and cock sucking was going on in that school daily. It was ridiculous.
Oh no, the thing about this school my friend went to is the fact that there's a scandal at the school that some of the boys were taking upskirt photos of their teachers, and it like got out that happened, and some of them got kicked out. Some people jokingly said that since it's California, that they're mad at the fact that they weren't gay or something like that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, exactly. They were mad at the fact that how dare they be taking upskirt photos of their teachers and not blowing each other in the face.
Gay men can be misogynistic as straight men.
How dare these boys not be blowing each other in the bathroom?
Even more so, I hate that. I hate that idea of misogyny because it needs a clarification. Do you mean categorically hate women, circumstantially, generally, majority? I mean, by definition, gay people sexually hate women. I mean, that's just the definition.
Well, that all plays into the argument they love to use about how, gay men won't have sex with women, so that obviously they're misogynistic. It's like, it's not that I don't want to have sex with you because you're a woman. I just don't want to have sex with you because I think vaginas are severely fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're nasty too, but I'm straight. I mean, it's just.
It's like saying all straights are homophobic because they're just not generally attracted to the same sex.
A similar argument would be, all heterosexuals are homophobic because they won't fuck their friends.
Crafty Mick has just said in the chat, I saw 2 teachers having sex in middle school. Now,
were they both female?
This reminds me of that Ralph Wiggum clip from The Simpsons where he's like, Mrs. Krabappel and Principal Skinner were making babies, and one of the babies looked at me.
Well, shit.
To be honest, I could see a filthy Irishman being like Ralph Wiggum.
Hey, Fox, look at the link I sent in regards to the electrician company sponsoring Daily Stormer. It's pretty fucking funny.
Where is that?
It's in the group chat or whatever you want to call it.
Really, I don't see it. I see.
I just see Theresa May with who. That's all I see.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Post your link properly, mate.
Did you accidentally send us your porn stash?
You found me out. Great, I'm gonna be Kurt Eichenwald again.
Honestly, I find Chunky Mark actually stole my gimmick because he made a video wearing the exact same fox mask that I have. Like copyright infringement, I have to sue him now.
Technically, that would be trademark, right?
Well, copyright infringement, whatever.
Yeah. You know me. I'm the Prince of Smuggledy. I have to point these things out.
Of course you are. Well, you're more the Prince of Economics.
Look, just because Robin likes to throw out a lot of vague bullshit where he likes to imply that he knows what he's talking about with economics, and I have to go, actually, quite a lot. That doesn't mean that I always want to talk about economics,
I do have to admit, I love it every time that you are on the open house and you have to go. because I know what's coming.
God, I remember when you had that proper meltdown over Rupert Murdoch, and I made that. I made that sort of tongue-in-cheek joke saying, "Well, he's just an innocent old man who hasn't done anything," and then you took it really literally as if I was defending Murdoch.
The other week, yeah, Robin was basically Robin was trying to do the thing where he was like, "Oh yeah, well, of course, that no one would even give Corbyn a chance. Bloody hell! It just demonstrates the bias against the left." And it's like, "Yeah, you're a centrist, aren't you, Robin?"
Is there any
centrist?
Yeah, is there any guidelines to get into the open house? Like, could I, for example,
you basically just have to not be a dick, but that is by Robin getting standards. So I have no fucking idea.
So, like, if I wanted to be invited on, how would I notify him if I wanted
talk to him and ask to come on? Probably while it's live.
Well, I would suggest a good way to get on would be the way I did, is that you just tag him in a message or you send him a DM, and as long as you inquire of him very politely, then he'll let you on.
To my knowledge, the only person that's been kicked out of an open house is Naked Ape.
well, that's him. Well, he's very direct, to be honest.
What happened?
What's wrong with that? I don't like dealing with people who are like.
What happened on that open house? I keep hearing about it.
It's the only one I've ever actually watched.
Yeah. Someone explain it now, because I have
Krauts basically went full Tyrion Lannister against Robin Gething, and Naked Ape was there it was almost like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah,
no, not really. It's more like a buddy cop movie where both were trying to back each other up, and eventually Naked Ape got kicked out. Kraut didn't, but
did you?
So they were just in there ripping on Robin?
Yeah, I watched that back, and when Robin sort of like reinstated the stream before he got us back into it, the new hangout, he was saying to the audience that actually that this is just what you get when you have Naked Ape on. But it's like Naked Ape clearly was being dishonest initially and was trying to do a Gish Gallop, but the one who derailed everything was Kraut. But Robin was just like, it's all Naked Ape.
Kraut does that. He got his ass handed to him in that stream with David Setterwood, didn't he? And since then,
he does a lot because he quickly goes to anger.
I'm going to play a bit of a narcissist here. How did I do in my conversation with David Sidderwood?
I didn't watch it.
He was the better fox.
Oh yeah, I did see that live stream with him and David Saterwood, and David was actually pretty right on a lot of shit.
But I've been subscribed to Kraut for about a year now, ever since the end of the AIU stuff. And the story of his channel's evolution is just him getting more and more aggressive and more angry.
That's part of exactly why I watch him so much. I love the fact
that I do love a Kraut rant.
I love the fact that every passing video you can
sense he's building up anger.
You can almost picture the vein throbbing in his head.
He's at his best when he gets angry because when he makes an argument, he just has a way of just emotionally making it so personified that you'd listen for it, and that's what I really like about it.
I dare Kraut to rant at me, like about me. He's like, come on, insult me, Daddy. Come on.
This is why I could listen to Kraut rant. I absolutely could, because he's so determined and fervent in it. But
there was one moment in the trial of Spinosauruskin that I later went and downloaded and cropped, where he got so angry that his voice broke.
Holy shit!
Bless him.
Well, that was like, motherfucker.
I love it when Kraut shits on Islam a lot, and I loved his rant against Sean and Jen, where Sean was just being a disingenuous, slow-talking shit about incel, whatever the fuck map.
When is he?
Very slowly rewriting German
He's going to make a response to the stream going, "Hi guys, recently this fellow called Kex Army made a statement about me on a stream, and I'm going to dedicate 17 minutes to discussing a throwaway statement on the stream."
Kex Army is clearly a racist,
Kraut needs to chill the fuck out. Yes, Kraut does need to chill out. Apparently he smokes weed though. You can't tell. You might as well just... I hate to see what he's like when he's sober.
Some people do sort of go a bit more towards the psychotic end of the spectrum.
I will link you a video of
See,
Kraut
what
when
needs to
he
be understood about
stands.
what needs to be understood about Kraut is that when he rants, yeah, sure, rants can be kind of annoying, but at the same time, when he does it, he does it
right,
so into it. He gets so fervent and determined. Unlike someone like Naked Ape, who when they start ranting, they just basically spurg out for 5 minutes.
Apparently, he's
I disagree.
12-year-old.
On your stream, Fox, when Naked Ape spread out, it was fucking savage. It was like a literal gorilla tearing a fox apart. It was brutal. I had to pause it every like 2 minutes.
Kraut is a complete cuck to his girlfriend. Apparently, he has to delete his Twitter rants because she sees them and she tells him off.
Oh yeah.
Well, according to Kraut, his girlfriend is a middle-class vegan, so...
You know what I hate? Like, his girlfriend is seriously going to cash off his success, isn't it? Just like with,
Whoa.
Yeah, she's don't be surprised if she cashes off from his success.
No comment until it happens.
Yeah, that's a bit, that seems a bit speculative.
Are you mixed by any chance?
Dare we click this link, Fox? What is this?
It's Kraut Stern, basically. That's how it sounds like when he's Stern.
Is that the is this the video I think it is?
It was the one after
it's
the
a good
video.
boy. That's the one I showed you, isn't it?
Good. Hi, guys. How are you all doing? I'm
doing really fine. I'm doing really fine.
What was Sanjay ranting at Sargon about last night? Was he just bitching at him about the Jeremy Corbyn jokes?
Well, it's the longer Sargon has been doing YouTube, the calmer he's got, and with the Kraut, it's just been the opposite.
Are you sure about that? He seems to affect
no.
ridiculous
Do you not
rage
remember?
at times.
Yeah, no, Sargon's got a
2014,
lot calmer. His early
2014
videos are
retro
really,
Sargon.
really angry.
Oh yeah, I know. He got calmer, and then I remember distinctly there was a conversation, a live stream that he had with V, and V pointed out to him that he was more entertaining when he got really angry. So now it's just like he goes through the like This Week is Stupid stuff or whatever, or basically any video where he wants to put down the subject, and he gets angry, and it's like a checklist. And as soon as his point is over, he moves on. It's like,
oh yeah,
you weren't really that angry, were you?
To be honest, to get Sargon really angry, you have to really, really test out his patience a lot, because you know when he did that
exactly what Spino
in
did.
order to get Sargon really angry, you have to make a parody account of him.
Yeah.
Or you can accuse him of arguing in bad faith, like in that Destiny stream.
Oh, that was fucking amazing. I think you're arguing that face. Oh, fuck you.
By the way, guys, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
No, that's Fox.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to a furry, that's why.
Let me see if I can get the good old clip back.
But yeah, that stuff with Kraut, I think Kraut is so entertaining to watch. It's just there's something about angry, verbose Germans.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what,
the best thing I love about Kraut when he gets angry is the fact that he has like two versions of angry. He has the kind of angry where he just goes full volume.
He's got eloquent angry, and he's got autistic angry.
I think
exactly. He's got that like autistic, full-blown, full volume kind of angry, and then he has that kind of extremely eloquent angry that you can tell because he's not getting loud, but you can tell the sternness of his voice, and you can tell that he is right now.
I get some silence for a second because I have a very important announcement to make.
Oh God.
Yeah. What?
Oh, guys, I'm looking at a live local election thing on the BBC.
Dude, shush. Listen. Shush.
I'm sorry.
Bless.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I knew
you barely heard that.
It would take you far too long.
Oh, it's like a Rick roll. You got me again.
I feel disappointed.
But when Kraut gets angry, though, it has led to some rather, like the way he treated coherent states, for instance. I didn't think that was entirely fair.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like he needs to make sure that it's directed at people who deserve
Like,
it. I mean, I don't
yes.
know anything about coherent stats.
Well,
but, like,
all she did really.
there's always the risk when you because
all she did was
let
come
me,
at
let me
him
finish my
with,
point. Don't fucking talk over me. Let me finish my point.
Yes, sir.
Good day. Is how you address me, bitch. No, but like if you're quite a flammable person, you really need to make sure that when you flame up, you put it onto the right person, like right people.
Yeah.
You
Well,
really do.
that can be a general problem with Kraut when he gets really angry, is that sometimes his anger can be misdirected.
Well, all she did was come at him with. She did the not all Muslims thing, and he went fucking ballistic at her.
No, because her arguments could be easily dismantled. That's why he got really, riled up with her, because he knew he could slice her through butter.
Well,
And
he
wrote out that really long thing where he was just ranting and ranting, and she released some private conversations to defend herself. And some of them, it's like he's sending her direct messages like, "Oh, I literally hate you," and things like that. It's like, disgusting. It's like, Jesus, Kraut, calm down.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't figuratively hate her.
Well, there is.
Right. I'd love to have a debate with Kraut. I could discuss him about how he feels like, because generally he's the only YouTuber that really discusses the the dangers of Islam, whilst everybody else kind of focuses on the feminists and the the actual policy.
I'll tell you what, my favorite.
Kraut goes harder on Islam than anyone else. He just fucking hates it from the sound of it. Everyone else sounds like they hate it, but he just goes really hard
actually
on it
motivated to start his channel by
because of Islam.
The Cologne rapes.
Yeah, that's why he started his channel.
Yeah,
can't blame him for that.
And I generally feel that, like, with his determination in making that channel, I think he feels a little bit isolated because everybody else kind of doesn't really focus upon that. And I understand when he gets offended when he talks about the community in terms that he doesn't want to be part of it because he feels that the community is not really, discussing the issues that he believes.
And he does that echo thing as well whenever he
Well, I
brings it up.
think his thing with the community thing is that he basically took it personally. A lot of people took it personally as if it was some accusation of collusion. But it's like, no, we just mean the people we're referring to. You've got the same faces and names all over these same channels.
He does commune, though. Like, he's really good friends with Naked Ape. And my favorite live stream on the entirety of YouTube was the shitposting one he did with Sargon months and months and months ago.
You remember the thing when Amazing Atheist did oh no, sorry, he's TJ Kirk now. But yeah, you remember that like collab video where he had Devon Tracy in it and then Naked Ape basically blew a gasket over that. That was an outrage over how the community wasn't behaving properly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, whatever.
I think Uzulu's got the right attitude, where he's decided to stop being a moral busybody.
Well, as for the whole the not all thing in general, I had no idea about the particular case where he really went off on this person. But in general, if you're like the claims you make, the statements you make, if you do often start like mixing your words up and refer to the people and not the idea of the specific bad people, like you do make the not all thing valid. You might get annoyed, but it's still, that's like your own fault.
I just
like
take
I disagree with this earlier. I made this argument earlier that it's not a matter of self-labeling, it's a matter of objective categorization. I made this point earlier. Just because you say you're a Christian, just because you say you're a Muslim, just because you say you're a liberal doesn't make you any of those things. I hold that concepts have objective meanings, and if you don't fit in that objective meaning, if it's possible to be categorically a part of it, then sorry, too bad. You're not a Muslim if you don't follow the Quran and Hadith exactly what they say.
Well, the thing for me is just that if, of course, there are people that it'd be valid, but yeah, it will become clear in a moment. when I actually shut up rambling and say my point. You can talk about Islam and you can refer to that, and you can be annoyed that people don't assume you mean the not all thing and get what you mean if you're consistent about the way you use that language. And you've also got to be prepared to tolerate shit like Islamophobia, because one of my things, I don't like either. Like, I don't like being clumsy with definitions on either case, because the reason why using Islamophobia is a load of bollocks is because people have very divergent ideas of what exactly it refers to.
Oh yeah.
And so it's not very useful.
Well, what it is it's essentially just a replace word for racist because they couldn't use racist as an insult.
I know, but you've got to think like exactly what are they referring to in this instance. You don't know because it's always such a vague amorphous concept. And then when someone says Islam, it's all over the place. People trying to recontextualize what Islam means. So you use that word. It doesn't matter if you are personally consistent with that word. When someone sees that word, you can't get angry at them because they don't know your context.
I'm not angry at them. I'm just
No, not you,
not even disappointed is the right word. It just I want to correct them because they're using it in the wrong way. If they're saying Islam is a religion of peace, no, I can sit you down and I can give you a fucking history lesson on the life of Muhammad and go through the hadiths
Each and every Muslim conquest.
Exactly. I can fucking sit you down and we can read Bukhari, we can read Sahih Muslim, and we can go through the fucking Quran. I can give you the context of all these different verses to show you why no, Islam is not a religion of peace. And just because even if every single person who claimed to be a Muslim said this is what Islam is, and Islam is just a religion of peace, they're fundamentally wrong.
Well, given their suicide bombing tendencies, you could say that Islam was the religion of pieces.
Well, that's true. It is the religion of pieces because there's pieces of the infidels everywhere, and
exactly.
By the looks of it, we seem to have disappointed someone who was watching this game, Aldido Hernandez, because oh God forbid, for an 6+ hour fucking stream, we haven't been giving you second by second updates, repeating ourselves constantly that, well, I guess the polls aren't in yet, and
it looks like the Tories are winning.
Yeah, it looks maybe the Tories are going to win, maybe Labor's going to win. Who knows? The polls aren't closed, so
now it looks like Trump is doing a bit well in Ohio. Now Ohio is going, and it's gone. It's gone. I fucking love that video of Cenk Uygur and the Young Turks meltdown. It's amazing.
That meltdown is fucking glorious.
I can't wait.
And Texas is not just gone; it's gone.
I was watching
bullshit.
I can't
CNN
wait during the election, and fucking Van Jones's meltdown was priceless. Where he's like, "This is backlash against a changing country." It was just a white lash, and I was like, "You bet it was, motherfucker." But
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait when TYT make a report of Corbyn losing, because I think let's be honest, since they made that video about Jeremy Corbyn being a possible lead to win the UK election, I think
they said fucking Jeremy Corbyn was Britain's Trump. They said Theresa May was fucking Hillary Clinton. It was amazing.
Oh God!
Well,
no.
actually, there was
really
a point where that could have been true.
They said she was an establishment insider who has one policy in private and another for the public.
And where Cenk made that stupid little joke about, a female candidate who's certain she can't lose. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, I can appreciate the equivalence actually, because she is like it.
She is establishment, and she is in a very cocky position.
Yeah, but
Corbyn
also
is establishment, just a labor establishment.
Oh, absolutely. But it's like what somebody pointed out in the reaction stream that Sargon and those others did, is that this is a shit comparison, Cenk. There's too many disparities.
Yeah, there are.
Of course. I'm just saying that's where it is.
The whole thing of trying to compare the elections is nonsense, but her to Clinton, I think that's a good comparison. But in particular, there is something as well just about Theresa May. Maybe you Yanks don't get this. If Jeremy Corbyn was not currently the leader of the opposition, we would be talking about Theresa May as if she was like Jeremy Corbyn, because she...
Would we?
You know what really annoys me
she
about
was Home
Corbyn?
Secretary for 6 years, and then at the end, and then just well, basically for
Well, no,
6
no,
years, and
No,
then
no.
announced
We've been doing this the entire
immigration
time. We've been shitting
was
on
like
Theresa
out
May
of
just as much as
control,
we
and
have.
that she didn't even know what the numbers were. It's like you've been sitting on this for 6 years, whilst in charge of it, and then eventually, right when you're no longer going to have to be responsible for it, you go, oh yeah, by the way, haven't been doing my job. Immigration, sorry about that.
Well, I've been shitting on them both for purely ideological reasons. I really don't even know their political backgrounds for each.
Yeah.
Theresa May used to be a banker or something like that.
Jeremy
All
used to
of
be a
them-
banker?
No.
Theresa May.
I just went to get a cuppa. I just have a thought. If there are riots on the street, we don't necessarily know if it will be because Corbyn lost, but it might be because Jeb Bush didn't win.
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, if there are riots in the streets because Jeb Bush
Go
didn't
join
win, then you get out there, get on the streets, and riot with him because Jeb deserves this victory.
Yeah, and I like Fox.
Yeah, come on,
Britain
guys.
needs a
Jeb
civil
deserves it completely.
I can't
Britain
believe
needs a
that-
violent civil war. Go out and fucking do it. Tear the country down.
I can't believe at all that Labour gets away with saying that they're for the many, not the few. Like when you look at like the video that they did with the like, I failed an exam.
No child should ever
exam?
feel like this.
What?
And here's my first thought when I saw that fucking Stargun reaction video. I thought, this isn't a fucking child. This is like a 30-year-old girl. Why are you telling me no child should have to feel like this?
Yeah, it's ridiculous as well. It's like, yeah, of course you should like feel bad for your failures because that's how you improve, you daft bastard. Like,
What's
for
this?
fuck's sake.
What?
The fucking.
Shit, I have some memes to crop. I gotta post these
I
later.
hate that he can get away with saying he's for the many and not the few when he's precisely not that.
He's for he's for nobody. He's
Well, it's exactly like I mentioned. You know, I think in part one of the stream is Labor Party is essentially the equivalent of the Democrats here in the United States
Yeah, it
because
is.
we're for the many, not the few. Yeah, well, the Democrats have been saying for a long time we're the party of the poor. No, you have not been for a long
Not
time.
even
Don't,
fucking
don't even
close.
kid
That's
yourself.
such a
They've
joke.
I think there's a crucial difference with it. I think the Democratic Party here in America, they still have a strong holdout with the corporatist Hillary Clinton side. While
Alex
Labor has
Salmon-
gone full Bernie Sanders and further beyond into progressive.
Apparently, Alex Salmond is set to lose his seat in Scotland.
Good.
Good.
Good. Alex Salmond,
Wait, who is
honestly,
this?
honestly,
Wait,
Alex
who
Salmond
is
reminds
Alex
me of a
Salmond?
wide-eyed
Context,
puppy
please.
standing in front of a train.
No, he reminds me of a panda. He
Wait,
looks like-
context who he is. Who is he?
He was the former leader of the SNP, the one who pushed for the referendum, the Scottish referendum for the first
Oh,
time.
and then he resigned.
I'm very concerned that your choice of words there was the reminds you of, not makes you think of. You've got a dark past.
Well, I don't have a history of driving trains into puppies.
Oh God.
Well, you say that.
Do you have a
Well,
history? Do you
well,
have a
Theresa
history
May-
of?
well-
Do you have a history of putting those puppies on the train tracks?
Well, to be fair, the same will probably be happening to me when the Tories win. So,
Wait.
Yeah, it's
Theresa May is
depressing,
going to personally hunt you down and put you on a train track.
on I think it was Oozaloo's Discord like last night. I actually had a little bit of a breakdown rant where I was just like basically laid into the Tories, and then my final thing was, why did it have to be this election cycle that Corbyn turned up?
I still have not downloaded Discord.
TBH, I think Blair would have won this if not for Iraq.
Yeah.
All right, I got another hypothetical question for you guys. Would you rather vote for Jess Phillips or Theresa May?
Joe Cox.
Theresa May by far.
Theresa
That's
May.
not even a question. Jess Phillips.
That's not even a good comparison.
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta do a good one.
I also gave the link to Robin Gething, but I have no idea if he's going to join.
You also have to bear in mind
if
that
he
I'm
comes
not-
in, I'm gonna have a massive rant.
You
with
also
him.
need to bear in mind that I'm not a Brit. I don't know all these fucking politicians like you
All right,
do. I just know the
here's a
ones
good
that get
one.
brought up a lot.
Here's a good
Well,
one.
Jess
Sadiq
Phillips,
Khan
the
or
one
Jess
Sargon wouldn't
Phillips?
even rape.
Sadiq
What's
Khan, easily. Like, Sadiq Khan is really not as bad as people portray
Yeah,
him to be.
What's the US media making of this election?
Like,
by the way,
Sadiq Khan is
They
really
probably
no
don't
different
care,
to
yeah.
sort of standard Ed Miliband sort of tier Labour. The only difference is that he's a Muslim.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Ed
so, you know,
Miliband?
Sadiq
Wasn't Ed
Khan would
Miliband the
probably have
one?
been a very viable leadership candidate if he wasn't if he hadn't been going for London mayor. Actually,
Well, actually,
Yeah.
if Corbyn is standing down, which I hope he will, who took
No, he said he wouldn't.
He's gonna run for the Labour PM.
He's
till
going
the
to
end
get
of the
kicked
day.
out and humiliated.
Wait, one at a time, please.
Well,
So
if he-
Corbyn's going to step down or no?
no.
Well, if he doesn't step down, then he's going to get voted out because he's going to suffer a humiliating defeat. Now,
No, because
it would take-
they got a record amount of people into the Labour Party to vote him in.
yeah, but they would be fucking
yeah.
retarded.
You're not
because
gonna-
they've already
you're not
lost
gonna-
an election. I don't
They
think
are retarded.
No, but he's not going to step down, and I don't think you can get him out. So that basically means that the Labour Party is going to split in two, and that means that you're going to have a Conservative majority for the next 10 years.
Well,
The
the
Labour
Labour
Party-
Party collapses immediately. The Liberal Democrat. This is right. I heard someone say that I think it was Fox actually didn't understand what the thing with the EU referendum is about. The whole point of that is, and I've spoken not at length with Tim Farron, but I've met him a few times, and I've spoken with a few people who are involved, shall we say, but.
Oh, tell me more.
Basically, the strategy is because we got such a dismal support base left over from 2015. That's the reason to go for the second referendum, because there were more people who would take that as a wedge issue than would otherwise vote Lib Dem.
Yeah, but
Wow,
the
you're
issue
aggressive.
is that it's becoming. No, my issue is that the Lib Dems are now becoming a niche party in the same vein that UKIP was when they have the opportunity to really grow to the second best
Well,
party.
that's because I think they've fallen afoul of the fact that the most salacious thing about their platform at the moment is the referendum thing. So the media is like, oh, the Liberal Democrats, how do we summarize them? Oh yeah, we'll just mention the referendum thing. But generally what the party is trying to do is they're trying to remind people that they are left-wing in some respects, at least, and they're trying to highlight those so that when people become disenfranchised with Labour,
they need to say we're not autistic like Labour, and we actually we're not like dicks like the Tories. That would be.
Well, that is basically what Tim Farron says. If you actually watch the
I
stuff.
do watch him. It's just why is he pushing for the second referendum?
Because more people vote for that on no other issue than will vote for the Lib Dems otherwise. It's just an unfortunate fact they're that.
No, I disagree, because I think yes, I think it will get a few diehard voters. I think it will get a few diehard voters.
I honestly think if the Lib Dems had went hard Brexit, they would have done a lot better.
No, I don't think they would. They don't have to go hard Brexit. It's just the second referendum is the most pro-EU stance that they could take. So
No,
more pro-EU than
no,
EU, and I think
all
that's
the fact that people are conflating it with the second referendum that was petitioned for as a rerun or whatever. But then
Yes, I know it's not. I know it's not. But that's the spin they're going for. That's the spin the media is trying to put.
Yeah, but that's not the party making that mistake.
Yeah, I know, but they still put themselves in an environment where they could be lambasted for that. They could instead go, look, this is not a good idea because this is poison to the electorate.
So, do you guys think the
They could have
Labour
been
Party
clearer
will
on it, yeah.
collapse if Corbyn loses?
If he loses and he doesn't,
It's just going to be him and his little people forever.
They're just going to keep going.
I think it needs to be made perfectly clear that if Labour loses and Corbyn loses, and they keep him on, and Labour doesn't by some miracle end up, splitting, you're going to end up with, another general election where Labour gets absolutely fucking smashed because, God forbid, by the time Theresa May's tenure is over here, who knows?
Well,
I have a question for
the Tories could implement somebody who's actually better than May.
Let Keck ask his question.
Oh, well, I already asked it, but
No,
this
I
kind of
asked-
reminds me of the Democratic Party because
Okay,
some people
cool.
are so pissed off at the Dems for just shilling for Hillary that some of them are actually joining the Democratic Socialist Party of America. And oh my god, that party just fucking cringe because their logo literally looks like the Ingsoc logo from 1984.
Oh god!
Has anyone seen it?
What were you asking, Cole?
I just have a kind of very general, well, it's not general, but a question about the British electoral system. How often can they call for a general election? I mean, is there a specific limit put in law?
I can
Yeah,
answer this.
that's a good question.
It's supposedly until 2010, it was the Prime Minister's discretion to call a general election at any time within 5 years, right? That
So it could-
changed in 2010 because, or it might have been 2011, the Fixed Term Parliament Act was introduced, right? Which takes that power away from the Prime Minister, and it means you can only dissolve Parliament prematurely, so within 5 years, with a third supermajority. That's what was done to call this election. The problem with the Act is it's not entrenched, so it can just be repealed. You don't even need a supermajority to repeal it. You need less MPs to repeal it than you do to use it to trigger a general election. So the Conservatives have pledged to get rid of it and go back to the old way.
Well, that seems kind of like a complete waste of a fucking law, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it is a waste of a law.
It's more that in order to repeal it, like you can't do it and then say that you're not doing it. Like it's very obvious you've done it. You can't just fudge the numbers. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
A lot of politics is signaling, so even though it's a law might not necessarily be enforceable.
Well, the point of it was introduced by a coalition government, and it was a Liberal Democrat policy. And the hope was, you know, Nick Clegg, the Liberal Democrat leader at the time, he didn't want David Cameron to be able to just call an election when his polls were higher, get a majority, and kick out the coalition. So that's why they did it.
Okay, but now
we've been pursuing electoral reform for years.
The Liberal Democrats, they favour single transferable vote as an electoral system.
I'm not sure because I've never really double checked exactly what all of the various buzzword titles of these things are. But
Yeah,
I think
it's STV.
there was a referendum on alternative vote.
Yeah, that's
When
not the
was
same.
that, actually?
I brought this up a few hours ago the first time I came in. They're not quite
I
the
didn't
same.
even know it was happening until after it was done because that's how little like funding the campaigns got.
Was it 2007, 2008, or something like that?
It was
No, it was like
2011.
2010.
Jesus.
But yeah, the Liberal Democrats push for STV, which is the same electoral system used in Northern Ireland, and they're also pushing for a fully written constitution and a republic.
The Aussie system that Gabe outlined earlier doesn't seem that bad.
Well, I was planning on voting Labour. I have voted and I didn't vote Labour, but I was planning to because I wanted my ideal. I know it's like fairy story, but my ideal situation for Brexit actually is for the Tories to not have a majority in the Commons, so that they would still be like running Brexit. They would be organising like who does the negotiation and what the negotiating points are. And what the final deal should be, and then when it goes to the Commons to be ratified, the opportunity to just force it through with a majority whip. But they will now, and of course they would. But I was hoping that they would.
I was making a general point earlier before I got cut off about who would, if Corbyn does go, who would replace him as the leader, and I think the names.
Diane Abbott.
No, but the names I've
Oh
seen
my
thrown
god,
around
that
are
was fucking funny.
Shuka Umana, Yvette Cooper,
Yeah.
David Miliband, Tom Watson. Those are sort of names I've seen. thrown
Shuka
around.
Omuna is probably the strongest candidate out of those.
Wait, Shuka, what the fuck?
Who is that, by the way?
He's
name.
one of the Blairite type or anti-Corbyn people, very strong there. He's probably going to be he'd probably be a bit far too Blairish for a lot of people's taste. But at this point, I think that might be refreshing. He'd be very much.
I do love how both Labour.
Could I see an image of him if you can post it through the group chat?
He's bald and brown. There's not really a lot of distinguishing features.
Oh,
to him.
Bald and brown.
Oh wait. Oh, thanks.
Gordon
folks.
Brown. But
Oh, that guy.
But he
Oh,
was
that
the
guy.
Member of Parliament for Streatham since 2010, and he was Shadow Business Secretary until 2015, and then he was replaced by Angela Eagle, the lesbo, who tried to run against Corbyn.
Vincent
The
Cable
lesbo.
needs to step up again.
Haven't heard that
Someone
term in a
in the chat.
while.
Yeah.
Wait, is she still the No, she's not. Apparently succeeded by vacant. And no, that's her Secretary of State Shadow.
Someone in the chat's advocating for neo-feudalism. I like it.
Oh, actually, yeah. Did you guys see? I linked it twice now. I think a link to a Twitter post where I've got a picture there
Oh, really?
of like some kind of poster, which I titled on my hard drive as Comrade Corbyn.
All right, one of my friends might be coming in. Be nice to her if she does.
Okay.
All right.
Might be.
Girl.
Oh my God.
Well, sort of.
How do you
Might
know
be.
I don't identify
It's,
as a sexy woman?
It
Well, we had
depends.
a girl in
Depends
here
if you're a
earlier, we had
transphobe or not.
offerings.
It'd be some good change if we did.
I do like how Vote Labour is trending at number 1.
Is it?
Oh
for
yeah,
trolling
I'm
it?
sorry. I'm sorry. That tells you we have a bias, doesn't
Oh,
it?
do you
It
see
tells
underneath it
yeah.
as well? Promoted
They're
by
more
the Labour
active on
Party.
social media.
Actually, wait. Who do you honestly see is going to win this election? By
Of course, it will be the
The
Conservatives.
Tories. We've known since
Tories.
before.
Jeb Bush for GU.
Yeah.
I'm just
Paul
waiting.
Nuttall.
Get it
Paul
fucking straight, you guys.
fucking
It's gonna be
Nuttall.
Jeb.
I'm
No,
just
Paul
waiting.
Nuttall will
I'm
win.
just waiting
Get
for
out
Paul
of here.
Joseph Watson to make a video about all the Labour complainers after the general election. I think he's going to make that video.
He's going to make a video telling them
Why
to
even
shut
watch
the
him?
fuck up.
I don't even get that about your faction within the skeptic community. Why fucking watch them? I mean, they're just conservative nothing.
Yeah, this is the thing about Paul
I
Joseph
only
Watson.
watch PJW to point and laugh at his stupidity.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? He's not making relevant points. I mean, the most memorable thing he said in any way recently was like, conservatives are the new counterculture. Well, guess what? We knew that the Conservatives were going to win the general election since before the act was actually passed in Parliament.
I'm good.
And
Yeah,
of course, everyone knows.
Our Conservatives are not Conservatives.
That's the point.
Like him or hate him, like him or hate him, he is the only one who is, conducting the popular movement of the right. So you got to acknowledge that.
No, he's not the only
allow
one.
me to read.
There's plenty of people. Rebel Media, Stephen.
No, but even then, none of them are doing that. Absolutely, none of them are doing that. The people who are conducting the populist resurgence of like actual small c conservatism are the people on the ground knocking on doors, trying to organize groups in neighborhoods.
But that's what we need. We generally need more active.
But Paul Joseph Watson and similar ilk have fuck all to do with it.
Oy vey, Crafty Mike. Oy vey.
Fuck. Who was it that's doing? I said Identity Europa at first. I mean the Generation Identitaire. There we go.
I'm the trainee that Hobby invited. What's up, guys?
Oh, I thought you were the girl that someone else is planning to invite.
Different one.
I am.
No, he isn't.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off for today. Hopefully, Corbyn doesn't get 100% in Parliament. And as my final words, I'll say conservatism is dead. 14 words. Heil Hitler. Goodbye, everyone.
You forgot to answer the JQ.